still in the league? Wasn't Kelvin Beachum here with, like, Coughlin? It feels like Kelvin Beachum was here 15 years ago. Obviously, it wasn't that long ago, but, Josh Allen beat that guy up all day yesterday. I guess he finished with only 1 sack, but they threw up another one of those stats. He had like 7 or 8 pressures at one point while the game was still going on. I think that was pre-sack. So that from the defensive line. Travis Etienne has been that one dude on this football team that you can count on this year. And if you're in any kind of game, Floyd, where you give that guy the opportunity to rack up some carries, he has produced for you. Had a big run yesterday, set the tone, lead to that first touchdown drive. Felt like we stayed away from the penalties for the most part. They're going to keep getting us on these dadgum roughing the passer penalties, man. Our guys land off of them. They put their hands down to take off the weight. You just put them in a dress, man. There's an old linebacker back in the day, E. You would have liked him. His name was Hollywood Henderson. Thomas Hollywood Henderson.
All right.
Played for the Cowboys. Brash, ahead of his time, as far as that went. Man, a share of a little of the cocaine, too. But anyway. But, yeah, I think it was him. Maybe it was one of those Steelers toothless linebackers. Maybe it was Lambert. But one of those dudes back in the day because back in the 70s, now you took that quarterback and you threw him around like a rag doll.
Oh yeah, like lunch meat.
Yeah, if you go look at some of those, it's amazing what wasn't penalized in 1970s NFL football. You'll be shocked. Do that YouTube dive. But as they were starting to put the protections around the quarterback, I think it was Hollywood Henderson said, "Well, just go ahead and put a dress on him." And that's what it feels like when it comes to the opponents. This year for the Jags, that's like 3 or 4 that I feel like we got awfully squeezed on. You feel me? Awfully squeezed on 3 or 4 of those. It sure feels like. And Devin Lloyd, he hit Jacoby Brissett. That's another guy that was in that backfield hitting Jacoby Brissett all day long. Devin Lloyd, I thought, flashed that same form that saw him as one of the most dominant linebackers in the league. Jacoby Myers and the chemistry, his ability to catch the ball when he gets there. Drops haven't been a theme at all these last few weeks, have they? Really haven't.
It hasn't been a theme. They still been dropping.
Yeah, here and there. I thought Brenton Strange's return to the lineup yesterday. That was
impactful.
That reaped a lot of benefits. I mean, that guy had, maybe 3 20-plus yard grabs, and he had some big ones, whether it was a tone setter or a drive continuer. Getting Brenton Strange back in that lineup certainly seemed to help. I feel like Jarian Jones and Monteric Brown are playing good football.
Yeah.
That other spot where Newsome, by all appearances, now has been benched in favor of Braswell. We'll see if that's up for grabs week to week until Jordan Lewis gets back.
Lord have mercy.
But I'm going to feel pretty good with Jordan. Jarian Jones, I think, with these absences, has earned some playing time when they get back to full speed. I wonder if they feel that way. I wonder if that's what the, quote, film is showing them. But Jarian Jones, Monteric Brown, both guys I think that are filling in admirably. Gave up some yards yesterday, some third down conversions. It seems we let teams off the hook at 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 12 or give up too many yards on 2nd and 22. But, again, a work in progress. It does. This is one of those days where the lightning rod position of the quarterback is the most of the definition of what happened yesterday. He gave the game away with a couple of second half interceptions, and then he won the game with a fourth quarter drive. It's maddening, but at least we're landing on the right side. Is that pretty accurate in your eyes, ET?
I don't know. He was frustrating me yesterday.
Yeah,
but
of course he was.
At the end of the day, he drove us down and we won that game.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if you bail yourself out with a victory, that's why in a locker room you can say, listen, we don't care how you get there. They made plays too. We made them when we had to. Not going to apologize for winning.
Good thing we got that dub.
And they know what the frustration we're thinking. You could read it on them. I think the one play that really made the coach go was the one that looked like he audibled. And then he threw over the middle to Jacoby Myers, and he got picked. That was really, one was a deflection. Nonetheless, I put it on the quarterback. Get it through there.
I was mad about that. I saw the replay. It was a deflection.
But still, get it through there. No deflection. The other was a great play, but oh well. Let's avoid them making great plays on us. Yeah, he made a great play. That one, they happen.
Yeah.
But the one where especially he audible, which means he's going to a play that they didn't send in, and you follow that up with that pick. That one was frustrating to give it to him right there. That was I was fully prepared for a reality of a 6-5 football team with now serious volatility in a crock pot stewing around the quarterback position. But emerge with victories, and you keep your sight set on next week and a real legitimate chance to go to 8-4. But as I was saying, this team is self-aware, man. It comes from their head coach. We've talked about this. I've verbalized it a few different ways. But Liam Cohen stays in line pretty much with what we all see. He doesn't try and sell you some highbrow, vernacular, or, he calls it like he sees it, and he sees it often like we all see it, like others around the NFL, and we here in the media and you and the fan base see it. It's the same with Trevor Lawrence. He ain't walking around thinking he's Patrick Mahomes. He knows that week to week he's a strive for consistency to get a fan base completely behind him, win in the meantime. But said as much in the locker room yesterday. Look, it's kind of how I phrased it. This is where I landed on Trevor. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. So get rid of the bad. Coach him up. Take a 6'6", 26-year-old quarterback who, when he flashes at his best, I just think for any plan towards winning consistency and ultimately winning a Super Bowl, I think is best served with taking what we have and getting him better. And because when it's better, it's a winning product. It's not always pretty, for sure. But, again, there's awareness. Trevor knows that gap between the good and the bad needs to narrow.
We're here to win games, win the game, never apologize for that. And people can watch the tape and think and make their own judgments, and I'll watch it and do the same. Had some tough plays out there. Those guys make good plays as well. So I got to be smart with the ball. Obviously, we had 4 turnovers, and they were all on me. So I own that, and I gotta do my job and take care of the ball and not put our defense in tough spots. Totally get that, and but I'm never gonna play scared. I'm gonna continue to let it rip, and I think that's why we have a chance at the end of the day is because you keep playing. So never gonna apologize for that, but I will say cannot turn the ball over 4 times. So I own that and know I gotta clean that up. But I'll watch it and see what it was.
First time he really kind of sounds down, that entity. You can hear that.
Yeah. He's like, man,
Yeah. He got knocked in the stomach a little bit, but ultimately it's a bottom line business. They're 7-4, and I'm not going to dive in like week to week, play to play, vetting of the quarterback, and he's this, that, and the other. He's 26. He signed for 5 years, and he's 7-4, and it's going to drive you crazy some Sundays. Poor Dan Hicken must just his head probably about to explode off his neck yesterday. I get it, man. But I reserve my utter disdain and frustration and declarations until I see what the final score is. And then I say move on to next week. So the text line is open, 641-1010. I'm happy to be 7-4. I'm not going to swim around in the negativity of this, that, or the other. I'm just not going to do it. I choose no, I choose to be happy to be the fan of a 7-4 football team this morning with a very winnable game next week. Lots more around the NFL. I got a Gator growl when we return. Keep it short and unsweet, kind of like your chances on a Saturday when Billy Gonzalez has let him out of the tunnel. Much more on the Jags, the victory at Arizona. 641-1010, that's text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. It's a next-gen roofing Monday. We're raising the roof in victory formation. And when it comes time for you and all your roofing needs, and they're going to come, then trust our partners at Next Gen Roofing. Back with more next.
A high-performance machine raises eyebrows and holds your attention.
And play big-time football on a big-time stage.
And so it is with the Performance Painting high-performance play of the game.
Somebody got to make a play.
On 1010XL.
Why wait all month long?
Get your Black Friday deal today. At Keon Atlantic, your savings gateway.
We've got 30 days of Black Friday
during the Kia season of New Tradition sale event.
Drive a new Kia payment-free up to 6 months, or take advantage of 0% APR financing. Shop where you save green all November. Online at KeonAtlantic.com.
Keon Atlantic,
Your Coastal Kia Connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY and take the fear out of the fight. Offices, Jacksonville.
Football season is all about hanging at home and watching the big ball games. Well, if your AC and heating unit is letting you down and keeping those electric bills sky high, think about getting a new energy-efficient AC unit from Florida Home AC. They've got great deals on replacements plus rebates and incentives to make it more affordable. Call Florida Home AC at 777-4300 and get their expert staff to take a look. Football season is all about fun and playing for the win. Make sure you have the winning team on your side with Florida Home AC.
2 Super Bowls, 1 Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
I think we got a big one here.
Eric Armstead brings his big resume to Helmets and Heels for big-time football talk. Fridays at 3. Kept healthy by orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
Gated communities, homeowners association, secure corporate centers. When you need a full-line fence company capable of any size job, you need to think about Duval Fence. They've got the latest and greatest in gate operators and access control systems. Security is huge these days, and you want a gate that operates smoothly, around the clock, every time you hit the button. Count on a company that's been serving Duval and the First Coast for decades. That's Duval Fence. For the latest in gate operators, commercial or residential, check out Duval Fence.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
After attending a Saturday Bumps and Bruises clinic by Southeast orthopedic specialists, my son's hip and shoulder issues were diagnosed quickly, and he's back playing. As a busy family, we really appreciate their prompt attention.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hurricane season may be past us, but are you prepared for when your power goes out? A permanently installed Generac home standby generator does more than keep the lights on when the power fails. It delivers peace of mind. Whether you're home or not, your Generac home standby system kicks into action and continues to power your home until utility power returns. Give American Electrical a call at 737-7770 to find out more. For the best from Generac, check out american-electrical.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, slow your roll. It's time for Jeff's Gator Growl. Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Well, I thought I would just wait to come out of the gates. I can't wait for Tennessee to score 4 touchdowns like Florida did the other night, but I thought I'd just give you a good dramatic pause there and show you that I'm not ready to play when we get time to roll the Gator growl, because that's how much the growling was on Saturday night. It was just from just do game aspect, just real quick. Gator Nation, let's just break it down from like an actual football game as if it mattered, as if they were, 7-3 going into the game, or for Pete's sake, 5-5 even. It was just so out of character because this football season, even the failures define the defense has kept them in games, and the offense would do whatever it did in the first half pretty much alone. Then the offense would go AWOL and the defense would go bye-bye in winning time. Well, it was just strange to see the Florida defense at home in front of the Swamp, full crowd, full throat. Gator fans have given a lot more than Scott Strickland has given them in return this year. And to watch Tennessee score 4 touchdowns before the pizza arrived was the most frustrating, disheartening way to watch a football game. There's nothing worse than a fan that being sucked into a game you have no chance to win. And by the way, with Swamp Sessions, there is no option of just clicking it to another one. Got to digest every dirty detail. And so as we wait in limbo, there was news on the Lane Kiffin front just from an official standpoint. It's been officially announced that his decision will come after the Egg Bowl, I would assume next Saturday. That game against Mississippi State is on Friday night. The latest in the kaleidoscope, the Kiffin scope, is that LSU is putting together a financial package that no one could say no to. I think the one check I saw, $96 million maybe. And so perhaps that's a leader. At the same time, continue to hear from the Florida side reasons and rationale and assurances that they believe that he'll be the Gators' next head coach. In the meantime, I hope Scott Strickland has an ace up his sleeve. For whatever your plan B is, I hope it carries a little more punch than a bunch of unknown. We'll see. Maybe we all just need to get on board with former Jaguars offensive coordinator Jedd Fisch, who's at Washington, has a big game with Oregon this weekend. I would suggest to Jedd Fisch, if he really wants to return to his alma mater and be the head coach at the University of Florida, I would suggest he upset Oregon this weekend. Might get a lot more people on your side, depending on how and when the Kiffin coin lands. And so that's a Gator growl. They've got FSU coming up this weekend. Man, it used to be such a battle royale. The nation's college football fans would turn their eyes on Gainesville or Tallahassee and watch two powerhouses slug it out at the end of the year, usually ruining one or the other's national title hopes. Man, we sure are a long way from that, aren't we? And we enjoyed a good 10, 15-year period of that, where one or both are, right in the thick of it. And you got this limpy little FSU team that they had to disgust their fans by committing to Mike Norvell. They're so hamstrung there financially. There's not much they can do but try and foster this public newfound belief that Norvell has the answers. But FSU fan they are just not in a good spot with their head coach either. Florida's season is an abject disaster now at 3-8. FSU 5-6. They'll need a win in the Swamp to get bowl eligible. We'll see how that. I don't know who to pick in a game like that. And with Florida, I just don't know who's going to show up. Even since Napier left, they played hard and close against Georgia. They played hard and close against a much better team, Ole Miss. Yet they played Kentucky and now Tennessee, and barely showed up. So there you have. Oh, by the way, we do have a kickoff time. I think for like the second time all year, we won't have to do swamp sessions, at midnight, or try to beat Cinderella out the door. 4:30 kickoff, though. 4:30. It'll be buried over there on the ACC or the U or somewhere where no one will be watching because the big boys, are coming down the stretch with huge regular season finales and then conference championship games. So there won't be a whole lot of movement in that playoff bracket and rankings. It pretty much held serve this week, but boy, that one after the regular season finale, that'll be chaos. That'll be absolutely chaotic. So, what else too about the college football season is we're getting right down here, man. They give away the Heisman in early December. I don't know who the Heisman winner is.
Yeah.
There's been nobody who has separated, has there?
Nobody.
It doesn't feel like it. I think when all's said and done, we're going to just by default land on this Ohio State quarterback who's putting up unbelievable numbers. They're going undefeated. We'll see what he does in the Michigan game. Boy, what a for the sorry weekend that it was in college football, giving us big games and intrigue. Next week more than makes up for it. I mean, they are just bombarding us with awesome, man, football from Thursday to Sunday, E. My goodness. I hope right now, if you're getting up and going 6 o'clocker and you ain't got a lot of vacation left the rest of the year and you're just really looking forward to having this Thursday, Friday off, kicking back, eating some turkey and watching a lot of good football because, buddy, this will be the week.
Good time to go get a vasectomy.
Well, there you go. Although you'd have to that would be harder to do because of the holiday schedule. Thursday, I don't know if the ball dock will be open on Friday. Maybe he would be.
Go get it on Wednesday.
Put them on peas, on some of them frozen peas, I guess.
Not the ball dock.
Yeah, but Thursday there's 3 NFL games and some Friday they put like some Whopper college games on there. I don't have them in front of me. I think like Texas A&M, Georgia Tech. Oh, what a giveaway by Tech, man. I told you when I put them in that 5-pack, it was a sucker bet, home 2.5. This doesn't make any sense. And Pitt just walloped them, and there goes Georgia Tech off to a good year. I know, and a good bowl, but most likely out now of any playoff kind of talk. All right, come back. I'm going to let you hear from Liam Cohen. There is one thing. They won't take those points, man. And our kicker right now is a sure thing. There have been times earlier this year where maybe you're a little bit wary, but he's on a heater right now, Cam Little. And, man, I just think with that 3 – because that was 4th and 2 now also.
Yeah.
That wasn't just like a little quarterback sneak distance. And they called up a rollout play that was just well defended. There was nothing there from the jump. And instead, just like the Cincinnati game, they give up that, now, look. You could also argue this. If they score 6, if they make it 6, maybe when the Cardinals get down there inside the 7, they execute a lot better than they did because they didn't spike it. Michael Wilson got up and spun the ball. That cost them 3 or 4 seconds. They could have had the ball, down 6 and having to score a touchdown. They probably could have got another play or 2 off instead of kicking what was a tying field goal. But Liam Cohen on that play coming up again and electing not to go for the points. We'll dive into that more when we return. It is a Next Gen Roofing Monday. You can save $300 when you use Next Gen for your next project. You just tell them you heard it right here on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The Gator Boys are back and ready to defend their national title.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
This is Gator Country. Your home for Gators hoops is 1010XL.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here, and I recently celebrated a birthday with friends and family, and a lot of photos were taken. And you go on Facebook and you look, and you have those memories of years past on the same day. And I saw pictures of myself from 2 years ago. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. That's back when I was over 300 pounds. I mean, I was in a bad spot in life with my weight. And now here we are, my birthday in 2025, down over 100 pounds, keeping the weight off. I look like a completely different human being. I can't tell you how many times I'm told that pretty much on a daily basis by people who haven't seen me in quite some time. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com. I'm living proof. If you want to drop the weight, Awaken 180 Weight Loss is your answer. 844-346-1800.
We send our best agent in the field.
I want you to find GoldenEye, find who took it, what they plan to do with it, and stop it.
Hayes Carline takes you behind enemy lines.
Man, he's like a super spy.
Activated by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Guys, don't propose with a ring that she didn't pick out. Trust us, she already has a ring in mind. So engage with Gage Diamonds, in person or online, where Gage's skilled ring designers will work with her to create the perfect setting, matched with the perfect stone. Gage specializes in exquisite lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch.
Back here in victory formation, that's a dub. It's, look, it's easy to look back in hindsight. Right on, I would take the three. I say this saying what I was thinking at the time. At Cincinnati when it was 3rd and 5 from the 8-yard line or whatever, I would have taken the 3 there, get the 6-point lead, make them get a touchdown to beat you. I said the same thing yesterday, only because we went from 3rd and really short, 3rd and 1, and I believe it was Tootin that kind of got stuffed for almost a yard loss. It was a long one, if it's that on the play sheet. It felt more like 2 yards. Let's get the sure 3, make them go down and beat you with a touchdown. But you know what? The other side of that is if you execute and you're successful, let's don't forget the 4th and goal. Wasn't that in Cincinnati, the Brian Thomas Jr. drop? Was that the play? Would have been a first there, and it would have put the game away. If they convert, if they drop the right play and you convert, the game is over. You don't have to worry about protecting anything. Get a first down in Cincy, get a yard. Get a yard and a half, 2 yards against the Arizona Cardinals, and you can take a knee. So I get the lure of that and the expectation that your team is going to give you the positive reinforcement of the decision, not necessarily make the best of the negative reinforcement. And this is a couple of times. Now, look, it also, from an analytic standpoint, they won both ways. They won one way, lost with the same approach and philosophy. The difference on this one, though, is because of the way the score was, it kept you on track for an overtime, where at Cincinnati, it made it a 4-point game. 3 would have tied it. They got the touchdown and won it anyway. So here's Liam Cohen, though, on that decision. There's going to be a bunch of these. And I seem to remember, there have been times, I feel like in between these two, where it was a similar situation and he took the points. It hasn't been 100% of the time in that situation. He has taken them here or there, but it's pretty clear, especially in winning time, he's going to turn to his guys and say, win. Go win this play, and you win the game. They say it comes down to 5 play. No, it comes down to 1. Make this play and you win, but that's just my surmising. Here's Liam Cohen.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't run it great. Obviously,
in some, like getting there. You know, on the previous play, we hit the keeper to Brenton to give us 3rd and 2. We get stuffed, kind of almost like lost a half a yard. I think we were like 4th and 2.5. And we just, hey man, we've been aggressive all season when it comes to those decisions. And you're putting us growing as an offense, us growing as a team is trusting them in some of those moments to go make those plays and go execute in those situations. It didn't work out this time, but hopefully those guys get the message that ultimately, man, we need to go execute in those moments and, for us to close people out on our terms.
Yeah, that's kind of in line with what we would think, right? And again, this speaks to they're on the same page with kind of it. You can disagree with it, still understand why. I get it. I get that line of thinking from a coach's standpoint. We played 60, make one play here, guys. We win the game. One play. And that one was just from the beginning. Probably wish they had that play call back as well because it didn't fool anyone. Every layer of that rollout was cooked from the snap, it seemed like. Well, look, from the text line, Designed by Lifetime Enclosures, what gives? I see the Chargers are ahead of us in the playoff standings. And, yeah, I guess we didn't factor in the notion that it would be a three-way tie. And in a three-way tiebreaker, which now exists between the Chargers, the Jags, and the Bills. They're all 7-4. God, that feels good saying that. 7-4. That's a game better than Pittsburgh, Houston, and Kansas City. But at 7-4, to break the tiebreaker, it's conference record among the three teams that are involved. Now, the good news is by the end of the year, the Bills, the Chargers, and the Jags will all play the same number of conference games. At this point, they haven't. So the Jags and Chargers each have 2 conference losses, but the Chargers are 6-2 in the AFC, and the Jaguars are just 4-2 in the AFC. A chance to get to 5-2 in the AFC when they take on the Tennessee Titans on the road next week. The Titans are fighting, right? They played the Texans tough a couple of weeks ago. They took Seattle within 6 points yesterday. They're still fighting, and they're going to give you the same kind of fight that you got in Arizona, that you got in Las Vegas. So, be forewarned. I could see a real similar game next Sunday afternoon to the one that we watched yesterday. But anywho, the Jags don't go into 5th. Their head-to-head win over the Chargers gets minimized by the fact that it's a three-way tie. A real interesting game coming up this week. It's Houston at Indy. That's a home game for the Colts. Houston has one of the best defenses in the league. It makes every matchup that they go into. I mean, look, this weekend couldn't got any better. We said at the very worst now, the Jags have guaranteed that they can have the division lead in 2 weeks if they take care of their business. If they win at Tennessee and then beat Indy at home, the very worst they can be is tied for the division lead with the Colts and the head-to-head tiebreaker in pocket. That's where we are after the Colts. Gave one away probably a little too strong. We're going to get more into the games on yesterday's schedule in a football fix, but a 20-9 lead, a chance to just drive that last nail into the coffin for the Chiefs, and they just couldn't get it done. Allowed a touchdown, a 2-pointer, a late field goal, and then a field goal in overtime to win it, but it couldn't be any better for us, man. Brings the Colts now just a game back. On the other side, Texans coming hard from that end. The Jags had to, through all the mistakes yesterday, had to find a way to win that game. They had to win that game yesterday in Arizona. They had to win it.
Yep.
Be damned how, when, what, and any other question that comes along with it. They had to get to 7-4. They could not give that one back. Not with what was happening around them yesterday, which really a weekend that started with Houston right back in the thick of things in that Thursday night win over Buffalo. So the Jags one game back of the Indianapolis Colts now. The Patriots had to come back against Cincinnati. They still got the top seed. They've played one more game than Denver, who is 9-2. But, yeah, they're the Jags, the Chargers, and the Bills all 7-4. The three given closest chase, the Steelers, Texans, and Chiefs are all 6-5. The Texans have the Colts this week, and I believe the Chiefs the following week. So, again, there is no bad outcome in those games if you are the Jaguars, and that's especially true because you get your crack at the Colts in 2 weeks. But first things first, and we'll remind ourselves of this torment as we head into the Thanksgiving weekend. Trips to Nashville ain't been much fun through the years. And during the best of Jaguar seasons and the worst, it's been a horror show at times. Keep that in mind. And by the way, the rookie quarterback now is a little bit more than a rookie, right? Cam Ward's got 10, 11 starts now. I'm not telling you he's performing at some super high level, but you're not going to get just this abject mistake-prone deer in the headlights, Cam Ward, that some of the early season opponents got when the Titans played him. So how about this? We come back with a football fix and continue with our Jaguars talk in victory formation here on a Next Gen Roofing Monday. Back with more next.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
The good guys needed a drive to survive late in Arizona, and understanding the assignment, they executed to perfection. Trevor Lawrence led the squad on a 5-play, 31-yard drive, capped off by a Cam Little field goal, giving Jacksonville a 27-24 lead with 7:46 left in overtime. The 2-minute drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
Postgame Monday on 1010XL is served by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
This Black Friday from 9 to 5, save big on Liberty Safes, America's #1 safe brand. Stop by Noel's Lock and Safe, North Florida's largest safe dealer for door prizes, including a Liberty Safe giveaway. Get details at libertysafesofnorthflorida.com.
Morgan Conley Roofing isn't just repairing roofs. He's building a legacy for generations to come. Born here, built here, staying here. MorganConleyRoofing.org. License number CCC 1333544.
Movember is Cancer Awareness Month, so educate yourself on the risk factors for prostate and other cancers. Take charge of your health. Many cancers are highly preventable. Trust the physicians at Ackerman Cancer Center. AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Frank Frangie for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember when the Jaguars upset the Denver Broncos in the 1996 divisional round as a 14-point underdog and launched them into the AFC Championship? Well, you know who won't upset you? The team at Coil Fencing. Coil is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project, Coil does it all. Visit CoilJacks.com. That's COILE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
Back here on the drill, they put a stats projection on everything nowadays, ET. Like your, they put like expected success rate, based on where the players are when the play happens. Just going a long about way of that go-ahead touchdown to Parker Washington, where Trevor was kind of stepped up to the right and Parker slid there in the back of the end zone. The expected completion percentage on that was like 32%, I think. The expected result, being a throw and catch there. So that was a well-executed play. Got the Jaguars a lead. Ultimately, they gave it back for an overtime session and ultimately an overtime victory. Man, if we were giving out awards, breakout performance to me is if we had a breakout performer this year, somebody stand out to you more than another.
Oh, this season?
Yes.
Absolutely. There's two people that I could give that award to.
Okay.
One being Britton Strange, but the other guy is who I've been talking about all year, man. Parker Washington.
Parker Washington is the Parker Washington is the right answer. I'm looking here. Punt returns. It's interesting. He's going to be in a battle for if there is a returner position, like on Pro Bowl or All League or whatever. He's battling with that rookie out of Florida, Kim Dike.
Oh yeah.
In fact, Parker Washington with another long return yesterday, man.
He knows what he's doing back there. I'm like, man, what are you doing? And E.T. just chill. He know what he's doing.
DK had another return for touchdown yesterday, so he has 2 on the year. Parker Washington has 2 on the year. DK has a 90-yard return. Parker Washington has an 87-yard return. But punt return average, Kim Dike from Tennessee, who the Jags will face this week, 23.8 yards. Parker Washington, 17.2. But Dike's rookie season aside, Parker Washington stepping, he's been doing it now in special teams for a couple of years. He already had the punt return for a touchdown last year. He had one. Didn't he have one called back this year?
Yeah, he had one called back this year. So
another one.
Had 3.
Yeah, another one called back this year. And yesterday it wasn't a touchdown return per se, but man,
great return.
A great return.
Jeff, now what happened on the one return where he went into the end zone and everybody flipped out? Because I know I did.
He knew the rule. Now, the one thing, though, that I would say, the rule is this: once the defense touches the ball, the offense they can take it from there and go without penalty. It'll go back to where it's touched.
Oh, okay. So go back to where it's touched.
That's right. Unless, So, and because it was first touched in this case by Parker, now you could. It ended up right where it would have been had he not touched it.
Yeah.
He grabbed it, but the reason he can run back in the end zone because he knows they can't safety him. At the very worst, they're going to get the ball at the 2. Now, I'm not sure if he gets a good return and then he turns it over later if the ball goes back to the spot or if that's a turnover. But in that case, as far as where they take you down, you can lose yards from where it's touched. All you can do is gain yards.
Gotcha.
So by him catching that ball, there was no risk, all reward, and the reward didn't come other than at least they got that ball back. So, but that's what happened there. I'm glad you brought that up because a couple people had referenced that on the text line this morning as well. All right, fire at the band. Let's get a football fix. Let's keep on schedule today. The Hicken rival right around the corner. So the Bears remain a big story. They've got a first-year head coach. These first-year head coaches now in New England, Chicago, and here in Jacksonville.
They're doing their thing.
10-2, 8-3, 7-4. But here is a little note about sustainability when it comes to the Bears. The Bears are 8-3. They have a -3 point differential. Now, they had that one blowout loss at Detroit, remember?
Yeah.
They beat them 52 to something earlier in the year. How about this little stat? Shazam. Division leaders, Patriots, Broncos, and Bears. All 3 of those teams started the season 1-2. Since then, collectively, 24-1. Talk about getting hot. Riding it out. The Bears are getting, the fortune is smiling on the Bears too. They're winning all their close games. You could say that to a degree here in Jacksonville. And here is a very damning stat for the Vikings, their future at the quarterback position. What has gone wrong this season? J.J. McCarthy now ranks 851 out of 852 in expected performance per dropback among all passers since 2000. The only player below McCarthy is Jamarcus Russell. Of course, how they find these stats is that I'm not asking. I don't know. Boy, the comeback of the day, maybe the year turned in yesterday by Dallas. I don't know if it's enough for the Cowboys to salvage any sort of playoff hopes. We'll see. But the Eagles up 21. What has happened to Saquon Barkley? Where is that man gone?
Are they not giving him the ball?
He is. Look up Saquon Barkley's numbers, man.
Yeah.
Yesterday, at one point late yesterday, he had 10 carries for 22 yards. What sense does that make? Make sure we feed A.J. Brown, I guess?
Right.
But the Cowboys down 21-0. Get off the mat. They storm all the way back. They beat the Eagles 24-21. The Eagles now 8-3. No longer the best record in the NFC. That belongs to the Rams, who flexed that muscle again last night in Sunday Night Football. Harassed and harangued Baker Mayfield into an awful night. Ultimately sidelined him with a shoulder injury, which is not going to be good for the Bucs. They're falling apart, by the way. All those injuries are finally falling apart, but Baker sprains his left shoulder in the loss. He'll have an MRI. Raiders lost to Shedeur Sanders yesterday against all odds. Gets his first win as a career starter. Had a decent day. It was about 50% pass.
About 50%.
Hit a couple of passes. One pick, no touchdowns, but did enough, and they won easy. He certainly did enough that in Cleveland he should be your starter.
He had a touchdown.
He did have one touchdown?
Yeah, one.
Okay. That's catch and run by Sampson?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a screen pass.
Yeah, it was more like a
they all
screen
count.
pass.
Well,
Yeah.
one of Trevor's was DTN yesterday.
Yeah.
They all count. But the headline, Sanders shines in first start, that might be a little too dramatic, but they won. And he was relatively efficient. I would say that. Mentioned the Bears, a winner yesterday. Kansas City beats the Colts. They do us a great service there. The Jets are such a mess. That's one of the teams left on the schedule. They went to Baltimore. They may have scored first. It's like the second game in a row where they gave, against the Patriots, kind of did the same thing. Ultimately, Baltimore flexed and put them away late. They won 23-10. The Titans are going to give the Jags a fight next week. It's a hated opponent. It's a rivalry. Don't sleepwalk through that trip to Nashville. You could come home very disappointed, and that evidence of that fight. The Titans are without a bunch of guys, too. Ridley's out. I believe Anya Mayor was out yesterday. And only 30-24 against Seattle. I know they got a couple of late scores, but nonetheless. Vikings, as you might expect from those J.J. McCarthy numbers, are a mess. The Packers beat them yesterday. Man, two teams, Detroit and Kansas City, had Super Bowl dreams when this season started, and boy, they were both right on the edge yesterday. Mentioned the Chiefs coming back and win, but Detroit too. They're still, as of today, not in the postseason, and a loss at home yesterday to the Giants would have been absolutely devastating. Take that, Joe U. Falcons 24, Saints 10. Take that. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hicken Rival, more come your way next. It's a next-gen roofing Monday. You are immersed in the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. He tackles talk radio like a middle linebacker in the gap.
I tell it like I see it, and I see it like a middle linebacker.
Tommy Mack. Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unsealed by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Jacksonville, Hicken's calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
Learn everything you need to know about the Jaguars on Duval Rundown. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Join me each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:04. You can find Duval Rundown on all the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, the Alhambra Theater and Dining is offering special Black Friday packages. Friday, November 28th. Get 2 tickets for just $89. 2026 shows include 1776, Shrek the Musical, Meet Me in St. Louis, Saturday Night Fever, and more. Call 904-641-1212 or visit thealhambrajacks.com on Black Friday and grab the best deal of the year on Alhambra tickets.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
This holiday season, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers is a classy move, no matter who it's for. Jack O'Brien here. Kuhn Flowers is the most respected name in the floral business. Find out why when you go to kuhnflowers.com.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, let's talk about diamond cutting. How is a diamond price affected by the way it is cut?
Frank, that's probably the most important question asked about diamonds, because the trade-off between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one that's not is the diamond's carat weight. You see, diamond cutters buy rough diamonds based on quality and weight. So as they cut the rough diamond, everything cut away affects profits. However, there's specific known cutting parameters, and each deviation from these means they have a heavier, less beautiful diamond. Unfortunately, a customer can't detect all those cutting imperfections. They need expert help about a diamond's cut grade. You see, for any round diamond of a particular color, clarity, and carat weight, there are as many as 10 different prices that can vary by as much as 50%. At Underwoods, we look specifically at how a diamond's cut before we look at anything else, because it's the most important factor when it comes to a diamond's beauty, and to us, whether it should carry the Underwood name or not.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Jags overcame a 3-turnover game from Trevor Lawrence to defeat Arizona. Head coach Liam Cohen tried to keep his quarterback up.
A few times after a few of them was just like, dude, just keep chucking it, man. Like, what are we going to do?
Florida's decade-long home streak against Tennessee collapsed in humiliating fashion and left the Gators staring at their worst season since '79. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:02, it's 61 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cool with Bueller. Stay tuned for the Dan Hicken Arrival and more next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Rock your body, yeah. Everybody, yeah. Rock your body right. Backstage smack, alright. You know it. Hey, Got a question for you, better answer now. Yeah. Am I original?
Little bit of resiliency there from the squad, the boys out in the desert. Oh, it wasn't pretty. Am I on 4? Am I good? Did we get everything? Asked.
How'd you end up on 4, bro?
Right here. That one's over in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know. It works.
These idiots who work Sunday, they just mix everything up, man. They like sit in every different location, and
that computer was on top of this one, which was closed.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. They messing up our flow.
Messing up the flow, man.
Shout out fifth quarter.
Is that sorry, fifth quarter.
We had to play a fifth quarter. Does that make them the sixth quarter when we go overtime?
It might be.
Never thought of it.
Might be. Good win. Any win's a good win, I guess. I find it funny that Liam Cohen's message and to the team was, we don't apologize for winning, and they shouldn't. But
then they apologize for winning.
They apologize for winning, basically. But listen, just take that W and put it in your bag and come on home with a 7-4 record and
try to get better.
You gotta fix a lot of stuff, but man, but there's a lot of good stuff in
Got to
there.
get rid of the bad.
Yeah.
You're right. There's a lot of good. We got a lot of good and a lot of bad. We get rid of the bad. At least the good's there.
Yeah.
Like that pass rush. Where have they come from the last 2 weeks?
6 sacks yesterday, which was good. I thought they blitzed a lot more. Jacoby Brissett's a statue back there.
And Lloyd did a good job yesterday putting pressure. I don't even know if he ended up with a sack, but man, he was back there a lot.
Go get him though.
Yeah.
Don't rush 4. Go get him.
And they did. Boy, again, we talked about this. Jacoby Brissett has had some massive sack days against us.
Yeah, the 10-1 you said?
Yeah, they had a 10, another like 7 or 8. Now this one at 6.
Yeah, that was good. I like I enjoy the Cohen though. His buzzword is guys. Guys.
He's doing a good job, man. He took over a cruddy
team. Really
team.
Good job. I hated him not taking the field goal, but I loved his explanation.
Yeah. That's how you can.
We got bigger things to fry here, and if I got to teach these guys, look, you got to make this. I'm gonna throw it out on you, and you got to go get this play and execute this play. So, I thought that was that's a bigger picture look. But at the time, I was screaming, "Kick the field goal!"
Yeah, I can understand, and again, we always look at these from the negative reinforcement.
Yeah.
If they would have completed the play at Cincinnati or there, the story would be, hey, aggressive, you took the game from them, the game over. Because get a yard or 2 yards there, you win the game.
Yeah.
So I understand the mentality going into it.
A lot of guys playing well, man. ETN continues to just run so hard.
Yeah.
And man, he exploded on that first run. That was a thing of beauty. So Brenton Strange being back, I thought that was his best game. I mean, it wasn't just like security blanket stuff. It's down the field throws, 5 for 93.
Yeah,
that's
some big. To your point, like
that's
2
impressive.
or 3 20-plus yarders.
Parker Washington continues to play well. So I thought Antonio Johnson had a nice game.
And I think
26 ball.
Yeah.
I think Jones and Brown too have played pretty well. I think they've earned time when you get back to to full strength. Or especially, I guess, Jones. He seems to be the odd man out until the injuries.
Yeah. So, I mean, Danny Strigo made a play again yesterday.
He did.
He shows up.
I saw B.J. Green almost chase him down for 1, too. He didn't would have been a pressure, I suppose, by the way they counted. Apparently, at one point, we were pressuring the dude like every snap.
Yeah.
According to the next-gen stat evaluator.
Yeah. 6 sacks, so is obviously by far the best day. And that's a bad Arizona team now. They can't run the ball, but it's an NFL team. And the thing is about the NFL, man, there's not that much. There's not that much difference. Bad teams are bad teams. Good teams are good teams. But there's not that every.
Just have to beat them.
Man, any given Sunday is so true, and some teams stumble along the way. And to the Jags' credit, they went out west again and won. They went out to Vegas and they won.
3-0.
They went out to San Francisco and won. So
things they haven't done typically.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. The only bad part was Trevor.
The turnovers.
I mean,
it's for sure.
It's befuddling. I mean, it's
it's like the blocking. Every time they would send an extra man on the edge, it felt like they needed to just have somebody chip.
Yes.
Like, that was killing me. Like, why can't we make that adjustment?
Yeah.
They had like a sequence where they kept bringing a guy.
Every time they just send an extra man on the.
You can't help but leave the game just feeling you're fortunate that for the third
You're
or fourth.
-4 in turnovers.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't happen. 50-0 since 2000, by the way.
Yeah.
50. It's the first time.
-4 in you don't win those games ever.
Yeah, in the last 51 games, they're the first team to win that was -4.
And I thought Arizona, big error at the end of the game.
Yeah, botched it.
Go down and spike the ball. Take 3 shots and win it.
They gave up 3 seconds when Wilson did his spin, not aware. That cost them 3 or 4 seconds. It might be good if they kick the field goal, Hick. They're going to have 2 plays to get a touchdown and beat you. There's also that fact, the way it ended up working out.
Oh yeah,
because they could have had 12, 13 seconds if they had been efficient at the end.
I think there's 22 seconds when he caught it, and it was down about 15 when he could. And I'm like, why aren't they?
The spin
spiking
cost them too. But yeah, why didn't they spike?
I don't know if the spin cost them in the respect that they're all still running down there.
Well, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. Man, that may be true. That may be true.
But
it's still a dumb thing.
I still don't understand why you don't spike it and go second and third, try and get an extra play to try to win the game. They were like content to tie it, which is fine for us.
I was happy at that point.
Of course, at that point, I'm like, why didn't we kick the field goal?
Well, listen, fate is and fortune are shining on them to this point, right?
I will say this about Lawrence. I thought that he had one of the biggest drives of his career after Arizona took the lead. Not so much, overtime was fine. I mean, we got a field goal, nice pass to Parker for 20 yards.
Tim Patrick still running. He was like Forrest Gump on that play. Run, Forrest, run. He was going to the line. What was that?
But
no, the 4 for 59 yards or whatever.
Downfield throws.
Precision. Yeah, that was he's managed to.
He hit Bretton Strange for 23. He hit Jacoby for 17. He had a free play and took a shot for the touchdown. Then he hit Strange for 10 more, and then he threw the touchdown pass, which was really nice.
Yeah, to Parker Washington.
But I guess when he throws a lot, he's going to get picked a lot. I don't know. I don't know how to stop it.
I listen. I've landed. This is where I've landed. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. The challenge for this coaching staff is to eliminate the bad as best you can, whatever fees those are. I don't either. And if you're winning, I don't know if that masks the inevitable or if it's a pushback against how much of a holdback it is.
Well, if he plays like that, they can't win the ultimate prize.
Obviously for sure
you can't ever go.
But again, that's got to get. That's
4 turnovers, 3 picks, a fumble.
That's where they've got to get him better because he's going to be the quarterback for the next couple of years.
It's 14 points, man. I mean, it's just.
And they won the red zone.
They
won in spite of Trevor Lawrence yesterday. In spite of
and because of at the same time.
No.
Okay.
I can't give him. No.
I get it. But he had the fourth quarter drive, like you just said, the best drive of his career. Is when it mattered the most.
It was the best. It was very critical.
They left with a win. At the end of the day,
they did win. But I mean, we can play that. They're winning in spite of now, and that can't happen. That has to stop. Can't have 4 turnover game. Just can't.
Well,
and a couple of them weren't his fault. I get it.
No, they're all his fault. You had 4. The ball should have been tipped. Nice. You got to have more pocket awareness. Those things are all true. He's got to get better. 100%.
There's nice. And we say that every week.
But they continue to win.
We're in year 5.
Well, or you're in game 10. I mean, there's 1,000 different ways to bat it back and forth. But at the end of the day, win until they have to force them. Win until you don't. It's a big, as we know here, going through.
It's a long-term problem. It's not as long as they're winning right now. It's great.
If it's a long-term problem, then that's going to be a big challenge because we know how hard it is to get, find, cultivate, and keep a winning quarterback.
Yeah,
they're hard to find.
But he's not a winning quarterback.
Well, we're going to find out. He's got about another 4 years on the contract.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but he ain't going to be here all 4 years. We'll if he plays like that. There's no we'll sees. Well, I guarantee you. He won't be here if he plays like that, Jeff.
Well,
he won't.
You're correct. If he plays every game like yesterday's game, he won't. But again,
he won't be if he plays like he's played this year. His stats are terrible. They're terrible. So he's got to get better, and that's what Liam Cohen's trying to do. And listen, he shouldn't play scared. I'm glad he said that. And like I said, he did have that big time drive where he said, "Okay, look, here we go." And he needed that, and that was big. Hopefully, he can build off of that and keep going because he had some nice throws. Denny said it best on Friday. about like 5 plays a game where you just go.
Yeah, I said this after we were 3-1 or 2-1. At the end of the day, he is going to throw it in harm's way.
Yeah.
It's just how you hope that he makes more plays than he gives up. Yesterday, he gave up more than he made, but he made one when they had to, and they won the game.
Yeah.
But he sounded down yesterday. He's not sounded that way after any
so?
other games.
Yeah.
He sounded like he just played like the stat sheet showed that he played.
Yeah.
That's what he sounded like. But it would sound and look, and the screaming would be a lot worse if they don't have the game-winning drive, and we're sitting here 6-5 with the abject reality that he gave the game away.
Right. Oh, God.
But the game wasn't given away because we won.
Yes. Yeah.
Did his best at times, for sure. I'll grant you that. But I know it must just drive you crazy. Are you able to enjoy the games?
Am I?
Yeah. Does he frustrate you so bad that it's hard to enjoy the games?
Oh.
This isn't an accusation. This is a friendship here. It's a sports fandom friendship. I'm not sure you are.
Well, if you go look at what I said yesterday after the game, 7-4, and that's where I choose to be right now. It's 7-4. You got to enjoy the wins.
Okay.
I kind of like Liam. I'm not going to apologize, but
all right. I'll just check it on you. We are 7. We don't get 7 right here very often.
I've had a terrible situation here.
How's Bitcoin doing for you?
Yeah, it's not doing well.
What happened?
I got hacked.
What?
Yeah, I got hacked on Twitter. And
are you being serious? You have a terrible situation?
Yeah.
Or is he covering for? No, okay. I don't know if it's a bit. So what happened?
I got hacked. I don't know. I was just enjoying my Sunday, watching the Jags and tweeting with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, it was off. So I went to log back in, and I couldn't. It said wrong password. I'm like, what do you mean wrong password?
Okay.
It's not wrong password. I got locked out. It says you got to use this passcode, this key. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. I got all these people looking at it. Nobody knows what in the world.
Now, did someone put a new password, or were they posting as you?
Yeah, somebody took my Twitter over.
Were they bad things and stuff, or just being stupid?
Something about first off, I'm a George Moore Chevrolet guy, not a what was it? What was the other? It was a different kind of car, and I bought it.
Yeah.
I bought it through Bitcoin or something. So anyway, bottom line is I ain't on Twitter right now, which hurts our.
And
team.
whoever is still active, or did they shut them down? Can you complain and shut them down? Or?
I think. Well, we're efforting all.
I
that.
got you.
But yeah, it's never happened to me before. I don't know how it happens. I don't. But I guess it does happen.
AI, I imagine they can run every conceivable password combo in about 5 minutes. That's the scary part of that whole thing. It's not just about finding that quick answer.
Well, anyway, so the Dreamfinders Homes, I'll tell you about Dreamfinders Homes, but there's no Dreamfinders Homes poll question.
It's
under
shame.
construction today.
Oh, no.
So, and I had one yesterday about Mike Norvell, which we'll get to later in the show. But anyway, Dreamfinders Homes, official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, the PGA Tour. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. You'll find some great interest rate packages, 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville.
15 of them things.
That's correct, E. Just like you know who's exes.
Kelsey's having a good year, by the way.
He's
quietly,
coming on. He's coming on. But anyway, so we'll try to get that fixed and remedied in the next couple of days. But it won't happen like in the next hour or anything. It takes time, I guess. I just don't want to lose my account. I don't want to have to start over.
That'd be a tough climb.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, at some point, these companies that offer these services, you shouldn't be able to be hacked.
Yeah, you'd hope.
It's not allowed to just say, oh, well, sorry, this, that, and the other.
Right.
I mean, then somebody build one where, I don't know, you don't get hacked.
Yeah.
And when I post, it's, I don't know, really me. Just a thought. It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday. We'll kick around the weekend that was and continue to focus in on the Jaguars 7-4 going to Nashville, Tennessee. It's been a house of horrors through the years. I would expect the same kind of stress that we had in Arizona and Las Vegas based on what this team has showed us so far, but better be where we are than the alternative, I suppose. Back with more next. Again, a Next Gen Roofing Monday, raising the roof in victory formation on the drill.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Man, one thing about the NFL, it is a week-to-week league. It comes and it goes. You watch, when you lose, everything changes, right? I mean, think about the Steelers, who are now reeling at 6-5, or the resurgent Ravens, who are now on the come at 6-5. You know, you think about teams like the Bengals last stand, and they lose. The Giants play a heck of a game. Jameis Winston, so fun to watch. But in the end, the Lions found a way to get a victory. The Packers right the ship, and in Minnesota, they're wondering about J.J. McCarthy. I could go on and on. You know what I'm talking about. The Chiefs saved their season by coming back from double digits in the fourth quarter when they absolutely had to. And in Cleveland, they're talking about Shedeur Sanders this morning. That's the NFL, man, week to week. One week you're up, the next week you're down. You just got to have more ups than downs.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. It takes all cylinders working together to complete a successful drive.
We need a drive right now.
Listen for the Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville drive of the game.
Need a drive right now.
On 1010XL.
We got to finish.
Hey, Hicken here, my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Man, you got to protect your skin when you're out there in the sunshine, even when the weather gets cooler. But, man, it's been hot lately. So I don't care if it's November heading into December. Wear a floppy hat, long sleeve dry fit, sunscreen. Most importantly, listen to the folks at Beaches Dermatology for all your skincare needs. Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Metz have been taking care of me for decades, quite frankly. Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. Listen, I go to the one off Solano Road. Shout out to those folks out there. But they have different locations to help serve you. So if something does show up on your skin, don't wait. Get it checked out at beachesdermatology.com. That's the place to go. Then you can find the location that best serves you. They do a great job. They care about you. They get you in. They get you out. It's what you want. So beachesdermatology.com and Beaches Dermatology for all your skincare needs.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com, then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL is committed to getting you closer to your favorite players. That's why we sent Jags beat reporter Hayes Carlyon to bring you back one-on-one interviews in the locker room, unsealed by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
This football season, make Hurricane Grill and Wings your game day getaway. Sip on handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita or enjoy an ice-cold Bud Light. Game day drink specials are here all season. Find a location near you at hurricanewings.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatcierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, like to hand out a prize pack. He says it's razzle-dazzle. What do you got?
The holiday season is here, so take some pressure off your travel with free airport parking from USA Park.
Ooh. I love USA Park.
Oh, it's
USA
the best.
Park is a great go-to, man.
Yeah.
Nothing better than
My
that.
daughter and the son-in-law pointed, but they all, I'm sure Jared Goff gets it from Gibbs. Trevor gets it from
Yeah.
ETN, but they had a play to Sampson that was like a middle screen that he took 60 for a score.
Yeah.
But still, to go on the road and get a win and
There was a casualty from that game. Chip Kelly got fired as the Raiders OC.
We talked about this last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
You drafted a running back. You got a coach. You work for a head coach who loves to run the ball. It's almost like you're thumbing your nose at him.
That was a bad fit.
Terrible. Why would Pete Carroll hire him?
I don't know.
It's weird.
It is weird. But they're terrible again. Max Crosby's fighting on the sidelines with a player. It's just
they're a mess.
It's a mess.
Yeah, Gino, that wasn't the right move.
No.
To go get Gino.
No.
That was just probably not the right one. Look, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter, but nonetheless, kind of a shocking implosion by the world champs and a shocking comeback by Dallas. It's not Dallas you don't think of coming back off the deck. You know, usually they're down 21-0. That game's headed for 38-13, and Jerry, coming up with a laundry list of reasons. But man, Dallas comes back again 5-5-1. Playoffs probably still
showdown with Kansas City on Thanksgiving.
Chiefs keep giving it their all to fall out of this thing.
Yeah,
but they're just hanging by them by a thread.
Yeah, good win though for the Cowboys, man. They had to have that, and they found a way to get it done and. Keeps them going, keeps them going.
I guess if you're Dallas, you hope you can run down Green Bay. They're the team you tied, and so because that tie throws you off when you get down the stretch.
Right.
That little half game. In fact, I started doing the math in my head.
They're 2 games back of Green Bay. Though.
Like how would I? Right, but the Green Bay's got Detroit in Detroit this Thanksgiving, but then Dallas plays Kansas City, so neither has has the most ideal. But Indy has let not just us, but the Texans back in it.
Yeah, I don't know which it's better for the Jags. Somebody had to lose, so I just take that as a good thing. When 2 teams that are sort of you're vying with, that's fine with me.
It's going to happen the next 2 weeks. The Texans have the Colts this week and the Chiefs the following week.
Yeah, and the Texans, to me, I mean, they're still in the rearview mirror, and their just defense is so good. I don't necessarily think that they're playing much better football, but we'll see.
If they could get a run game going, which I don't think they're going to do at this point. Yeah, me either. But if they had like the Joe Mixon that they had a year ago, they'd be dangerous right now. Yeah, the way they're playing and winning. And again, you don't come back from 0-3 to even be this relevant. So they're 0-3. They've gone 6-2. They've had some nice wins over the Jags included. Oh, that fourth quarter collapse. Oof.
Steelers are reeling. They're 6-5. The Ravens have caught them. It didn't take long. The Ravens have won 5 in a row. But I
they're not playing great.
I watched a little bit. Lamar is not Lamar.
No, I'm with you.
There's no juice in the running.
Yeah, there's something.
There's no juice in the running, man. He'll say he's not hurt if he's playing, and I get it. That's the right thing to say. I'm just telling you.
Eye test. It don't look like that.
There's times yesterday where go and he can't. He's getting tackled by like defensive linemen. That doesn't happen with Lamar Jackson ever. But he's thrown it pretty well.
Derrick Henry barreled in a couple late, and they squirmed more than you would think they would against the Jets. But again, to your point, it's the NFL. Like just what the Jags got at Arizona, they're going to get at Tennessee. They're going to get the Jets when they come to town. I mean, that's a reality. And the fact that they're finding a way to win these games there's something to be said for that coach kind of instilling that expectation that can only come from result. And getting themselves in the fire and emerging, with victories is going to play well for the future of this franchise, regardless of what the personnel is. Did you know that Derrick Henry came this close to having his all-time rushing record broken?
Yeah, the kid didn't break it, huh?
Yeah, there's this kid in I believe he's in Indiana, somewhere from the heartland. ET, let's just say he could be cousins with Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, he could.
All right, yeah. So Miles McLaughlin just played his final game in November of this year, and he did set the national single-season record. So did you see the number, Hick?
What he ran for this year?
Seasons, the single season record he set this year, I'm assuming he played 10, 11, 12 games at the most. You want to guess how many yards rushing this dude has this year?
About 4.
You saw it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 4,768 yards. So you're averaging like 450 minimum a game, man. But Derrick Henry's all-time record, 12,124, is safe. McLaughlin came up just short, 363 yards short. He finishes with 11,761 career rushing yards. Boy, he got all of the thing about Henry is he was piling up those big numbers from what, Hick? 8th grade?
Oh, yeah.
1,000-yard rushing seasons as an 8th grader. And McLaughlin was a little later to that party. But, and then I looked. I think he's going to, like, Valpo or somewhere.
Yeah.
One of those places. Probably play safety somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, so the plot thickens to a degree, and yet it gives us at least a little bit of, I don't know, tangibleness. Is that a word? Ole Miss, all parties say the announcement's coming after the Egg Bowl, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be another week of scratching and clawing and reading any tea leaf you can to try and get a jump on just where Lane Kiffin is going to land. And so the news of the weekend is that LSU has put together this financial package that is just unbelievable, and that Lane is, would be leaning that way. Meanwhile, you talk to people involved in Florida, and they feel it's still at the very least wide open. Is that fair? Doesn't feel that way sitting here, Dan, does it? Does it to you?
Yeah,
it does. Okay.
I think LSU's been more, more verbal or transparent or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Listen, I have no idea. The people I've talked to is the last time I talked to, and it changes. The field changes on social media daily, which is always funny. But yeah, we'll see. I guess I'm past it all. I think about who else. I just hope this. If Florida doesn't get Lane Kiffin, I hope they know who number 2 is, and I hope they identify, and I hope they're ready to name him like the day after.
You know what? And maybe dude just need to get on board Jedd Fisch, a Gator grad, a former NFL assistant. He had success at Arizona. This might be a big week if Jedd Fisch beats Oregon. He will be a more widely accepted Florida choice than if he doesn't.
I wonder about. I'm almost ready to take a shot at one of those assistant guys and shoot for the moon, like go get the Ryan Day, the Dan Lanning, or the Kirby Smart.
Right. We talked about how that's really been
Those are the 3 best coaches in college football, and they were all assistants at D1 programs.
Yeah, top program, top assistant.
And none of them had head coaching experience.
That's correct.
None of them.
Right.
And they went to Georgia, Oregon, and what was the third guy I mentioned? Ohio State.
Right.
Now, great programs, but
not any greater than other great programs.
All elevated said program.
Correct.
I guess.
Yeah,
Ryan,
for sure.
Ryan Day sort of kept it. So to me, and I don't know who that guy is, I hear a lot of good things about the guy at Oregon. So Will Stein, I believe, is his name. The OC.
Yeah, I guess Brian Hartline at Ohio State, their offensive coordinator. I've heard his name out there in the past. Did he have a cup of coffee with the Jags? I think he might have.
He
as a receiver.
He just got elevated to OC, though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a receivers coach there forever.
I don't even know his name, and I think you've had a proclamation earlier this year, so he would immediately be eliminated. But the Georgia defensive coordinator, I think, has got a little juice out there. You're not having him.
No way.
Yeah, you're down on that.
No way. You
Enough
can't
of the
do
Georgia. Right.
Well,
Maybe I'll bring Napier back as the OC.
You can do it if you want to be second fiddle to Georgia for the next 10 years.
Yeah. It's clear the guys we get from Georgia really are just doing it as plants and moles or double agents. And
I just don't think they have enough. I mean, the 2 most successful coaches in the Florida-Georgia rivalry are Smart and Spurrier. And they both hated the other school.
Fair.
Because they played against them. I don't see. He doesn't have to be a Gator.
You're saying
but it can't be somebody who's from Georgia or coached at Georgia or went to Georgia. No.
Can't be a coach who 2 weeks after you fire him is at their team's practice like Billy Napes was.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
All right. ET's got some swag, 641-1010. He'll hook you up, and we'll be back with more. That's the 10-minute drill on a Next-Gen Roofing Monday.
With the holiday season here, take some pressure off your travel with free parking at USA Park. Hit me up right now, 904-641-1010, so I can hook you up.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Matt and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars, to trucks, to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, where we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Hey, I know it's early to talk about the holiday season coming up, but my friends at Beard's Diamonds are stocking up like never before. Hey, you don't have to rush in, but they just want you to know Beard's is ready. Jacksonville's local diamond powerhouse. No middleman pricing on exquisite diamonds. Unlike the other stores in the town center, Beard's is not a Wall Street-owned jeweler. They're family-owned by the Lupos. Great folks. Say hi to them when you go on in. And they run circles around those conglomerate stores that claim to have direct pricing. Beard's beats them every day. And don't forget, Beard's has case after case of fashion jewelry. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, colored gemstones, pearls, yellow gold, you name it, Beard's Diamonds has it. Bottom line, you really don't need to shop anywhere else. Why? Beard's is local. They've got massive selection. They stand behind what they sell. They take care of the local customer. They're 100% accountable. Why? Because they live here. Check them out, and I promise you'll see. Beard's Diamonds rocks.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL. Served by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville trusts. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
The wait is over. Sunday, December 7th, your Jacksonville Jaguars return to Everbank Stadium for a massive division showdown against the Indianapolis Colts. This is more than just a game. It's a statement. The Jags are back home and ready to turn up the heat in their iconic Prowler throwbacks. Kickoff is 1 p.m., so pack the bank and make it loud. Secure your seats now at Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
I don't have it in front of me. I wonder what the once they officially moved into, back in the day it was the Philadelphia Coliseum, just what the Jaguars' record is on trips to Nashville, Tennessee to take on the Titans. There have been some successes along the way. We had a real nice win there the playoff year in 2017.
I think I have been up there more times than any other stadium, and I haven't seen the Jags. I don't know if I've seen the Jags win up there.
In person?
Yeah.
They haven't won a ton.
I've probably been there at least 10 times. And I always call
back
it my own personal house of horrors.
Yeah, back in the day, they would win like in Vandy Stadium, but like winning at...
Yeah, and we can go back to, that Monday night game where in the 90s where, we just used to get just thumped up there, man.
61 times the Titans lead 31 to 20, or they lead by 5.
Well, that's good. It's not that bad. We just
All
haven't
right.
won a lot when I've
At
gone.
Nashville last year.
And a lot. It's a great. It's really one of the most fun trips of the year for Jags fans. It's so easy. There's tons of things to do, obviously, in Nashville. When you go out Saturday night before a Jags-Titans game in Nashville, you hear Duvals all over the place. It's fantastic.
Actually, last year they won in Nashville 10-6. Let me correct that. They lost in Nashville in
the year before, right?
Yeah.
That's when we were playing for the
playoffs.
For the playoff game.
Right. That was 28. Oh, maybe this might be yeah. I'm seeing a lot of L's here, but the Jags have won 5 of the last 6 in the series overall, and that includes a win in 22, the playoff year 36-22. That was a nice win that year. So, but bottom line is, take advantage. You've got to win these games. I mean, that's the only thing I was left screaming at the television yesterday afternoon, riding the same frustrations that everyone else rode, watching this thing go back and forth. And every time you thought you had good footing, you would give it away. And just, you can't lose that game.
No, you can't.
You can't. You got to find, and the saving grace is like the same thing at the Raiders. There's different reasons. I mean, yesterday was the one where the Operation Giveaway was in effect yesterday.
Yeah.
It's been Operation Frustration at other times, been Operation Not Perfect, been Operation, ooh, we have a problem. There's not been Operation Giveaway as much as we did yesterday, and somehow managed to make, enough good to offset the bad.
Well, we've had a string of, we had like 14 or 15 straight drives
without punting,
and it continued yesterday. Except one of them was a 7-point play for them. But we went 4-play 97-yard drive to start the game was just a thing of beauty, man. I mean,
it was textbook.
But even still, in the NFL, there's going to be ebbs and flows, but we got them right back in it. Then we came back, got the field goal. Then we finally had a 3-and-out, and we punted. And we had 2 plays at the end of the half. And then second half, we went interception, no punt. Touchdown, no punt. Interception, no punt. Punt, interception, touchdown. And then overtime. And then gave it back on downs, obviously. And they went 8 plays, 69 yards at the end of the game to tie it. And then we hit the field goal.
Well, the reality...
Cam Little down the middle, though, is looking good again. So I'm happy for that.
Yeah, it's been very, very steady. The reality yesterday with Trevor in grading the performance is that quite literally they may have won the game 31-7 if he hadn't given it to him. Yeah. You got a 7-pointer that they got on the sack. And then the one interception, the one that was, you could see the frustration on Cohen's face, was the one he looked like he audibled. He tried to hit Jacoby over the middle, and they got a pick. You giving him the ball right there in that position.
What is he? What?
That's the one. He's looking, what? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
But on the other side, it wasn't just the decision. It was just an ill-designed play. It wasn't open at all. They knew what was coming on the 4th down play, the rollout.
Oh, on the 4th when they went for it.
Every layer is just, he didn't have, there was nothing to do. That was it didn't work. They didn't respond like they were expecting.
Yeah.
Because, it's easy to hindsight when you miss
Probably rather not have Tim Patrick as one of the options down
I don't know
there.
what other options you have. It'd be nice to get BTJ back and have him play like a number one guy. Boy, I tell you who's got the dropsy. Speaking of BTJ, CeeDee Lamb. Man, he's dropping a lot of big balls.
I saw
a touchdown yesterday.
Yeah. I saw that play, and it looked like he was complaining to Dak about putting it out more, and then they showed the replay, and it went right through his hands.
Yeah, no.
What are you doing, CD? Yeah. Shut up.
No.
He was like pointing, like, get it out in front of me. No. I'm like, what are you talking about? Went right through your hands, Chief.
Yeah, no, that's,
So, anyway, but yeah, that was, I tell you, he's having a year now, though.
George Pickens?
Nope, better than him.
Well, Jackson Smith and
yes.
Jigba.
Good Lord, man.
By the way, Jonathan Taylor's, never mind MVP, he might be damn out of that after yesterday. And the reason is these other backs are right on his heels.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs had a huge day.
He had 2-something yesterday, but James Cook is like less than 100 yards behind, I think, Jonathan Taylor now after the Chiefs completely shut him down. We'll see if there's a
Matthew Stafford.
Stafford's going to get that.
Stafford's going to. He's playing so good, too. Man, he's playing better than he ever has.
Yeah.
But Jackson Smith and Jigba, 80 catches, 1,300 yards. And 7 touchdowns.
And we've got 6 to go.
Yeah.
That's what's amazing.
1,300 yards, Chief, already.
Yeah,
that's a Seattle Seahawks franchise record. He did it in 11 games.
6 games to go.
Yeah.
Wow, all those receivers that came out of Ohio State, he wasn't the one. It was Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, he was Olave. They were all more highly acclaimed than Smith and Jigba, and he has just absolutely gone bonkers. Well, he's going to threaten the all-time record if that's his pace.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having a great year, but that offensive player of the year, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. Well, again, a long way to go.
Isn't there another receiver who is it? Puka?
Pickens is having a great year.
Is he second? Is he the one that's
yards.
second? Okay. Yeah.
Puka's third. Puka's got 80 catches, and Jigba's got 80 catches. Trey McBride has 80 catches. That's impressive.
I feel like he about 80 last night.
I saw the Jaguars leading pass as far as receptions goes is Jacoby Myers, but he got a bunch of his with the Raiders. He's been a great addition.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get, we got a lot of flux at corner and receiver after this year when it comes to free agency. We don't have a whole bunch of guys under contract. He looks like a guy maybe.
He might need to be a keeper.
Monteric Brown's another one. Would you be okay with some sort of extension for these two dudes right now? Is Monteric Brown good enough to be a part of your nucleus?
I think so.
Who's he playing for? I mean, I guess, if Newsome leaves.
He's got to
go.
Yeah.
If Newsome leaves. You got Travis Hunter. You got Jordan Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
And then who?
Jarian.
I
mean, I think you kind of need Monteric Brown. That's if they're all, healthy. Neither two of those guys are missing right now. All right, I've had this question a bunch. We'll go through it real quick, and then we'll head off to break. We got Fred today or tomorrow. We're not sure. We got the travel plans. Okay. Efforting. Explain how the Chargers are in front of the Jags for the playoff seeding. Yeah, because we kind of got ahead of ourselves and thought, wow, we passed the Bills because we have a better head-to-head record, not realizing that instead now there's a three-way tie, and right now among the Chargers, Jags, and Bills, the Chargers have the best conference record at 6-2. The Jags haven't played that many games. They're only 4-2. The Bills are 4-3. So that's why right now as we sit, Chargers would be 5, Jags would be 6, Bills would be 7. By the way, and who the Jags would play? If the playoffs were today, head up to Indy, take on the Colts.
Jeez. Jags right now, 75% chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, they keep stacking wins. This
25% to win the division.
I'm just 2 wins away now from protecting my life savings that I foolishly put on the line last week, guaranteeing at least 9 wins. Bet the whole life savings. Remember, I bet the whole life savings they get to 9.
And
they may even go higher. You got to root for the 12 now.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
I got to root for the 12.
Yeah, because he spins at 12.
I know. I'm not rooting against E, but I mean, 12 is doable. I
feel like you are rooting against me.
It's let's call it a win-win situation.
Well, and let's call it a week-to-week league because there's pretty good odds. We could be sitting here a week from now bemoaning our situation. That's the beauty and
how do we give that away?
How do we do it?
12-5 looking real good right now.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. We love winning, and 1010XL wants you to win our contests. We also like to share the winning. That's why we ask you to wait 30 days to win again so others get a chance to have the winning feeling. Find complete contest details at 1010XL.com.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at ITP Partners. Man, nobody takes better care of your money than ITP Partners. Listen, I don't know anything about investing. I didn't know what to do. I found a group of folks that I trust because of their experience, their expertise, the knowledge, the way that they're able to sit down with me and explain things to me and put it in terms that even a knucklehead like myself can understand. And that's Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman. That's Reagan Wright and Dan Abel. That's Janice Cobb and Reed Wingate. And they will strategize with you so your goals become their priority. And they're not intimidating. They're great folks. Give them a call. Feel them out. See what you think. Great time to get started. Chris at ITPPartners.com if you want to go that route. Chris at ITPPartners.com, or you just call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, and they're my financial partners for life.
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, your locally owned commercial truck headquarters and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's Rick Ballou. We got a fresh shipment of hard-to-find ProMaster vans, perfect for Section 179. My buddy Tommy and his team are committed to the community and make the process simple. Upfits, delivery, everything handled right. If you need ProMaster vans or commercial trucks for your fleet, you need Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
He's not a senior citizen. He's Jacksonville's senior writer, John Osher. And knows your favorite football team. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Which team holds the record for the most NCAA men's basketball championships?
For over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowners policy. See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
UCLA holds the record for most men's NCAA basketball championships with 11. Kentucky is next with 8.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 14th.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Program. Good morning, Jacksonville. Jags get a victory. Go to 7-4 on the year. More on that coming up.
We haven't had many 7-4 starts.
No.
How many do you think we've had? 30 years, not 31 years? What are we at? 32? How many years we've been playing? A lot.
Yeah.
I bet you they've had 4. It's like I don't remember. I tell you one we did have. We were 8-3 through an 11 before we all get ahead of ourselves. We were 8-3 through 11 in 2013. We saw how that ended. So we're far from anything. Now that 11th game went a lot different than this one did. So I guess that would have been the 12th.
It's just there's whatever they've done in terms of, I don't know if it's a belief or whatever, but
some execution.
It's night and day between this year and last year in terms of, and obviously you lose all those one-score games. Maybe the sports guys a little G are just letting us make them up this year. I don't know, but much better play. I think Liam Cohen is a good offensive mind. We ran for 135. We had like 90 yards rushing, and I think it's smart to use Trevor's legs, and he's calling some specific run plays for him. And he also pulls the ball down, and obviously they've worked on that with him, and that's been one positive of his play this year is his running ability because he's fast and he needs to go.
He's big. A play like Josh Allen. We were kind of kicking that around yesterday. Play and make an ugly 7 yards rather than something else.
All right. Oh, in Tallahassee, The only thing, listen, I'm being a fan of the Gators. I'm not quick to criticize, but I kind of feel like they played the fan a little bit halfway through the season. There was never any intention to get rid of Mike Norvell. I think the whole thought process was, look, our schedule's going to get a little bit easier. Let's win some games, maybe get to a bowl, and then we'll say he's coming back because he has improved. And they did improve. Like, they've outgained teams, most of the teams. But, again, it's FSU. And when you start finding these little tiny moral victories, you want to slap yourself like we Gators do. You know, it's just like, oh, okay, we played hard. Slap myself. Oh, okay, we had more yards than they did. Slap myself. And the problem with them is they're in the ACC. And Robert Kleckler-Bowden once won that sucker like 14 years in a row, all right? Jimbo won that thing. I mean, I'm not saying you have to win the ACC every year, but dadgum FSU. I mean, you shouldn't be in last place in the ACC.
And look the part.
Yeah.
Like, because this is sustained. It's not a bad year. So, I mean, they don't win on the road. Last time they won on the road, you know when it was?
They beat the Gators
in
2
the
years
swamp.
ago. 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
2 years ago with that team that had just lost the quarterback.
So,
and even that one was closer than it should have
I guess
been.
you're asking yourself, and by the way, I think the schedule's a lot tougher in terms of who they play next year. In this respect, I think the conference teams they play are better than the ones that they played this year. So I kind of feel like, I'm speaking from experience, the Gators should have fired Billy Napier last year, even though he won those 3 or 4 games in a row. He was a terrible coach. Mike Norvell has proven if everything's right, he can win. So if that's going to sustain, like, don't buy this window dressing BS. We're going to make some changes in the organization.
I think Mike Norvell.
That's a load of crap. I mean, they are, but who cares?
I think Mike Norvell right now is the same burden that the Gators carried around longer than normal. He's not a good coach. He's a terrible coach. Well, he's fumbling around against little AAA ACC teams and losing to them regularly.
He's sub 500 in the Atlantic Coast Conference. He's 22 and 26. That's all you need to know. Next year they open at Alabama.
And that's going to be a little payback. Probably not going to go well.
I'm not sure that's going to go well.
Who's the quarterback next year?
Also true. They got to go find another one.
This whole thing has been on the incredible development of Jordan Travis. He single-handedly, not the defense was great, but their offense has just been Jordan Travis and nothing else since Mike Norvell got there.
But you want next year, 2026, at Louisville, at Miami, at Pitt, at Boston College. Those aren't at Alabama. Those are not the easiest places to play for them. They also have Clemson at home. They have Virginia at home. They have SMU at home. I mean, it's NC State at home and the Gators. That's a tough schedule.
Good.
I mean, for them. So, and if they don't find a quarterback, they're going to be right back where they are.
Listen, I mean, they've already given the whatever you call these, stand behind him, yesterday. They already did that, approval, confidence, but it should mean something to FSU fan what happened Saturday in the swamp. We are a abject joke, and if you let Florida beat you and keep you out of we can call it a meaningless bowl game. You're a fan for one reason, to watch your team. If they can go to a bowl, even if a crappy one, you get to watch them one more time.
Yeah.
And so you got to at least be bowl eligible. And so if they find a way to fall, and it all depends on this, Dan, and I know you're pretty big on Florida ain't beating anybody.
Yeah.
The one thing that does, confront that for me is, Texas, Georgia, Ole Miss, they'll beat FSU by a couple of touchdowns. Kentucky, Tennessee, to your point, they'll lose. I don't know and those are all post-Napier. Well, not Texas. But the other 4, they played 4 games. 2 games, they would look like they would beat FSU.
Florida, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Against Ole Miss and Georgia. Give me that effort, you'll beat FSU. But give me Tennessee or Kentucky, and you won't.
Florida stinks. I saw enough. I can't wait for this season to be over.
I can't either.
And by the way, I'd give you an FSU win right now if they hire Lane Kiffin. I'll give you that in a second.
Well, for sure. You're 3-8. Why not?
There you go. No, if you give me Lane Kiffin, you can FSU, you can dance all you want.
Right.
You can go to any bowl game you want. You can carry your Gator head right off the field. I don't care. It's fine with me. As long as we hire Lane Kiffin, I'll be happy.
And I think you would have a amen from the Gator congregation on that one. All right, let's turn our tips to the 8 o'clock hour.
Let's do it.
Next Gen Roofing Monday. Hey, raise the roof Monday. That's a dub. We got another one. We're up to 7 now, 7-4 with an overtime win in the desert. So much more on that as we move along this Monday morning as well. You are tuned to 1010XL on 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. When all the games are in the books, it's time to take a closer look. Post-game Monday. Dive into Sunday's matchups and break down the key moments, surprising plays, and everything in between. Prepared by Dandy Foods on 1010XL.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnick Nugget. Okay, I've finally come around. I'm now convinced, like all of you are, Lane Kiffin needs to be the next coach at the University of Florida. I didn't feel that way before. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see if he's as good a coach as he was a guy that's a personality. He's a really good football coach, and he's the one guy that can fix a broken program, and the Florida football program is about as broken as it's ever been. And I think Lane Kiffin should be the next coach. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnick family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here. The holidays are right around the corner, and Nimnick Buick GMC is kicking off the season with prices that are better than ever. Are you looking for a dealership that actually makes car buying easy? Well, at Nimnick, you'll find unbeatable holiday savings, a huge selection of Buicks and GMCs, plus flexible financing that fits your budget. Plus, the biggest sale of the year is coming, Nimnick's bigger than ever Black Friday event. Start your shopping early at NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit the showroom off Phillips Highway today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Denny Thompson stars as the quarterback whisperer.
Everyone agrees that playing quarterback is the hardest thing to do in sports.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Tuned up by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Beard's Diamonds' last and largest store-wide sale of the year is happening. Hicken here. It's Beard's 44th anniversary sale with up to 44% savings. At Beard's, they're proud to be the only locally owned jeweler in the town center, and they should be. So we're celebrating with incredible savings. Yes, engagement rings are included, and wedding bands, and anniversary bands, and gemstone jewelry, and yellow gold fashion jewelry. All the best gift ideas for the holidays. And of course, Beard's is your home for diamonds at real direct importer prices. Whether you're looking for a natural diamond or a lab-grown diamond, Beard's has every shape, every size. Get to Beard's and let them educate you and give you the trusted guidance you deserve. Don't settle for corporate chain store quality. Beard's guarantees the best diamonds at the best value prices every day. Don't miss this incredible buying opportunity. Best price of the year now during Beard's 44th anniversary sale. Beard's Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beard's Diamonds.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Quality Automotive Valvoline Instant Oil Change. In the Jaguars' victory over Arizona, head coach Liam Cohen explained his going for it late in regulation.
Been aggressive all season when it comes to those decisions.
JU takes on Bethune-Cookman this afternoon in the Sunshine Slam men's college basketball tournament from Daytona. Get the play-by-play starting at 1:45 on the 1010XL AM stream. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:03, it's 63 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Play fake. Trevor steps up, fires to the back of the end zone, diving attempt. The ball caught for the touchdown in the back of the end zone. Parker Washington, a 9-yard touchdown, and Jacksonville has retaken the lead.
Man, there was one offseason signing that is becoming glaring in its mistake in its absence, and that's going to getting De'Ami Brown to be your third receiver.
Yeah, he gone.
I mean, we're throwing Tim Patrick, Trammell.
I don't think De'Ami Brown. I saw him.
He ran once. He ran in. I saw him go in motion more than once.
One time.
No, he did it more than once. But I hear y'all. I only saw him a couple or three, but I did notice him more than once because
he ain't
does he even run a route? You know, this is without Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, right?
It's amazing. He is falling off the charts, man. They'd rather play Tim Patrick right now, which is interesting.
Well, which is I'd kind of reassess that after this week, and I mean, can we get?
But
now,
getting Strange back and then having Jacoby Myers and Parker. Though, I mean, again, who would have thought? If I had told you at the beginning of the year that through 11 games, Brian Thomas Jr. would have 30 catches and 1 touchdown, and that De'Ami Brown would have 19 catches and 1 touchdown. And I say, what do you think the Jags' records, and that Trevor Lawrence's quarterback rating would be like 78? What do you think what would you say the Jags' record would be if I had told you those 3 things? You would have said 4-7 at best.
I knew I wouldn't have said 12-5.
No, 3-8. I mean, so the fact that these other guys have stepped up has been terrific. And, yeah, obviously Brenton Strange means a lot to this football team. I mean, 5 for 93, targeted 5 times, caught all 5 balls. That was outstanding. And Jacoby Myers has 12 catches with the Jags already for 155 yards. Got in the end zone yesterday. But Etienne's the MVP. I mean, Travis Etienne
been very steady.
Has been just, I think, sensational. More than steady. 104.8 yards a carry. 5 touchdowns. I just gotten 34 first downs. I can't say enough good things about how hard this young man has run. He's got 24 catches, dropped one yesterday. So that's on me. And now hopefully Brian Thomas Jr. can at least come back and I mean, I hate to say this, at least come back and stretch the field. I want much more from him, but, we'll start with that and see where it goes. We don't throw the ball deep, ever.
I guess we don't have a deep option. I mean, Tim
De'Ami Brown can run at least.
Yeah, that's what I know. That was what he was going to be, at least to a degree, wasn't he? But Brian Thomas Jr. is supposed to be that guy. I mean, hopefully he can come back from this ankle injury this week.
Yeah.
At some point, then we lose guys in the game. That's another thing to be pointed out. We're winning without Jordan Lewis, without Trayvon Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Those are 2 of our best 4 defensive players.
Yeah.
Right? Allen, Lloyd, those 2 would be probably our best 4.
I think LeQuint had his first big miss yesterday. He didn't see the guy coming off the edge.
On the pick 6 there, or the fumble. Yeah.
I don't know if it was that was Strange on the fumble. He whiffed on the guy.
Is that what happened? I think Trevor kind of thought that guy was taken care of. That helped lead to that. But nonetheless, he's your quarterback. You want some presence there.
Yeah.
Fall forward.
Head on a swivel.
Yeah, fall forward and, take a bad play rather than – but I think that one completely surprised him.
Yeah.
Be honest with you. But
and it was a great play by that D lineman that catch
Walter Nolan.
Yeah.
Man.
Ole Miss guy.
Yeah. He didn't do a Gator chomp, did he?
He could have.
For Lane. I was saying it for Lane. Just hopes and wishes.
But, so those guys, again, like you said, we're missing a bunch of dudes. Let's not forget there's a guy named Hunter who's not playing for us the rest of the way
either. Gardeck balling.
Huh?
Boy, did yesterday.
Yeah.
It's something about that flowing hair. Like, you got to be a maniac on that field.
Well, there's something about going back to your old stomping grounds, too.
Yeah,
he brought a little extra edge yesterday, I would think, right? I mean, sack and a half, did that match what he had all year?
He's got a sack and a half for the year.
Oh, so they both came yesterday. Yeah, the sack and a half came yesterday then. Parker Washington, this is an interesting matchup coming up this weekend. Parker Washington, as nicely as he stepped in a role as a receiver, what he's really been a game breaker is that punt returner.
Yes.
And he's not the best punt returner in the AFC.
Well, the two best are going head-to-head.
Yeah, Kim Dike of Florida, and now with the Tennessee Titans, he had another punt return for a touchdown yesterday. Parker Washington averaging 17.5 on punt returns. Dike 23.5. They both have had long 90-yard punt returns this year. They both have 2 touchdowns. And
yesterday's punt return by Parker was a tip of the cap to the rest of the dudes because they blocked it up real nice for him.
They did.
Yeah, I thought they blocked.
One
it
guy
up
put
real
his
nice.
hands up to make sure he's screened. You're not getting me on anything.
Yeah, I thought that was well done. So that was good special teams play. So which certainly helps when you're playing football. And Aluakon went over 1,000 tackles in his career. So congratulations to him. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's kind of steady Eddie,
Yeah.
right? And hasn't been in all. You know who he is? He's Darryl Smith. That's who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Been playing forever. He's always up there. Doesn't make Pro Bowls. He's always Legion tackles.
And
solid,
I felt
doesn't
good.
miss games.
I felt good for. I know he's not a great player, but I felt good for Dewey at the end because Dewey's had a tough year.
Yeah,
and he got back on that play and helped out the corner on the last play of the game and smacked that guy at the perfect time. I mean, he hit him just as the ball got there. It was well done. So shout out Dewey.
Shout out Dewey.
Yeah, felt good for Dewey. Dewey takes a beating week in and week out.
But he also gets a lot more love at times than probably he deserves.
And
He's
I
kind
also,
of a mixed bag
I also felt like Antonio Johnson maybe had his best game. Pass defense. I think he had a sack. He was active. He kept showing up, and when he went out for a play or two, and we're down to Rayon Lane, and I'm like, oh boy, So keep that pass rush coming.
What about when already down Anton Harrison with Cole Van Lanen stepping in, and then Walker Little goes out? You want Wyatt Milan? Well, ready or not, here he comes. But that didn't last long, right? Just that series.
Yeah.
I will give Walker Little's a big old tough so-and-so.
He went back out there.
And he went back out there.
Ezra's been like that too this year. So
that O-line's played a little bit better. They gave up some pressure, but pressures come. I mean, you got to work your way out of them.
They
make
were
plays.
so good a week ago. They were pretty good. I thought there was a play. Do you remember the play where I think it was a read, and Trevor put it in Etienne's belly, and we had 2 pulling linemen,
and he kept it.
He had a parting of the sea, man, and then all of a sudden he pulled it back, kept it, and got tackled for like a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, I know. I know. That may have been a fourth quarter.
No, I think
right
it was early.
So it was
they were
early
going this way. Yeah, but I was like, why didn't he give it to him? I don't know the explanation. I'd be curious, like, what the thought process was. And I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was just design. I don't know. But it sure seemed like, it would have been about, we were on their 30.
I like the notion.
35, something like that.
I like the notion of him using the legs more.
Yeah,
aggressively
Trevor
looking
running the
for
ball.
that 6, 7, 8 yards and control the clock. He's had some rushing touchdowns, and I think that's part of how he has survived. We talk about the really the stats, right? They're obnoxiously bad.
Yes.
When you stack them against them.
Yeah.
And so when they don't align with fourth quarter wins now this year. But I think part of that is like the Chiefs game. It was a running play, right? His running has probably kept a couple of those wins from being losses.
Yeah.
His ability to make some first downs, and I don't have them all here in front of me, but it seems like he's had.
If he didn't have the ability to run
and use it this year to this point, they might be a 5 and 6 football team.
Really be on him, and I think he's run. It's not necessarily the yardage; it's sort of the time. He's run for 210 yards.
No, but the touchdowns, and he's been better on
like a 19-yarder yesterday.
Yeah,
that was big,
and it was a good one. Yeah, for sure.
So those kind of things.
By the way, you're not the only one apparently that got.
What do you mean?
Do you know who Barry Jackson is? The Miami Herald, a veteran, 35-year-old.
Yeah, I know Barry Jackson.
Yeah, well, Barry also just posted on Twitter that's not his about this same little Bitcoin nonsense. So apparently it's the people behind the Bitcoin mining operation are the ones that are getting all y'all.
Yeah.
Hickman
I got hacked.
So that's all they did. Have they posted anything but that?
I can't tell. I don't know.
Can't you look and say Dan Hicken's Twitter and see what they're doing? Without signing in, you know what I mean? Just like I would if I were going to check it out. Can you do that if you're not on Twitter? Can you look at other people's stuff?
Mine's locked right now.
Oh, so they post that and then they lock it so all you can see is that?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's better than them just like going out there saying all kinds of weird stuff or
But that's all they posted.
That's it.
Yep.
So they hacked him. They post that so that all you see when you go to this is probably a follower deal.
Yeah, my last tweet was going to the fourth quarter up 3, just find a way to W.
Yeah.
That was it.
And then boom, they got you. It's probably a follower initiated AI little nonsense. We're all doomed, man. We jumped right into AI and all its convenience.
By the way,
it's going to be a sci-fi movie. It's coming, buddy.
We screwed up one thing yesterday, man. I thought we were headed to Cam Little bomb time at the end of the half. It was right there, man.
Yeah.
Patrick dropped that ball, it was a tough catch, but yeah.
If I had a complaint, he's not great on the time management. We should have been calling timeouts when they were on that drive still.
Oh, yeah.
Then we would have had a minute to go. He's done that a couple times this year.
He let that clock run.
He hadn't had a lot of flaws. You can disagree with some of the decisions, but that's a misstep there.
Yeah.
You can disagree with the play call. Those happen. You think it's going to work, it doesn't.
When you got Cam Little, man, you got to take the chance to try and
get
steal
it to the 50.
Yeah.
To the point I almost thought maybe they'll take one more crack.
I was like, let's try the 85-yarder here. Give it a boot, Camster. Let's see what you got.
We're raising the roof. We're in victory formation. It's a next-gen roofing Monday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
How does it feel to throw an NFL touchdown? Find out from a guy who's thrown 89 of them.
I'm David Garrard on 1010XL.
Mondays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I've been telling you how proud I am of my daughter Amber, who's lost so much weight on Awaken 180. But it's been a while now, so I wonder if it's something she can maintain. So I sort of asked her, how's it going?
So far, so good, Dad. But you're right, it has been a while. But that's the beauty of the Awaken 180 plan. There's so much variety in the food choices. You don't get bored.
You look great. Do you feel better?
I feel so much better. And I know it's because of the weight loss and how it's changed my lifestyle. So there's no chance I won't sustain it.
Well, what about over the holidays? Look, you grew up in our home, and you know we love the holidays.
Oh, I still plan on enjoying the holidays. I just plan on doing it by eating right. And I've already had the conversation with my coach. She understands the challenges of the holidays, and she's guided so many folks just like me through this. We've already made a plan.
So take my kid's word for it. Awaken 180 works. It's sustainable, even over the holidays. So change your life by calling 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction and Roofing. You know about Shane Lockhart. He's been around a long time, Jacksonville business. His dad started the company. He's been going on doing it, man. Basically, they've remodeled my entire house. I love Lockhart Construction and Roofing, and I'll tell you why. When they come in for a project, they do it fast, they do it friendly, they do it affordable, and they're clean. I mean, it's everything you could possibly want from a construction group, and they are terrific at it. No job too big. No job too small. They can do just about anything. I'm always surprised. I say, Shane, can you? Oh, yeah, I got that. It's a great. And they also want to remind you about their roofing. They've been doing roofs in Jacksonville for decades, man. GAF, Master Elite Warranty, Master Elite Contractor. I trust them, so should you. If you got an idea, a construction need, or a roof, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction and Roofing. 994-3865.
Hey, poker players. Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine are bringing you a month full of big winnings. From holiday high hams at Best Bet Jacksonville to $500 every 30 minutes up for grabs on the fast action table games. November is filled with fast, fun poker action and over $825,000 in giveaways. Best Bet has all the action this month. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Win or lose, nothing's off limits for us.
Hicken and Prosser on the live Swamp Sessions podcast right after every Gator football game.
We'll bring out insight, analysis, and Gator passion.
Live stream from Voodoo Brewing Company.
On the 1010XL social channels.
Driven by Atlantic Infinity.
Waiting around for Black Friday? At Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, we've already dropped Black Friday prices. That's right, thousands of vehicles priced to move now. Get zero down, no payments for 90 days, plus peace of mind with a lifetime warranty. Don't wait for the crowds. Get your Black Friday deal today. Start saving early with Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, where Black Friday starts right now. That'll wow ya.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at BariOrthopedics.com.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Hey, the Jacksonville Jaguars have played 11 football games. They're 7-4, and they're the best in the National Football League. Wait for it, in stopping the run. How about that? Jaguars are number 1 in the NFL against the run. Teams just rushing for 83.8 yards per game. So as much as we complain about the interior of the defensive line, they ain't running the ball through those tackles, So give Eric Armstead a little bit of credit. Give Devon Hamilton a little bit of credit. Number 1 against the run, the Jags.
This is your...
And that's your Duval Minute. Fumble! Brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the look for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Lift Power benefits 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Lift Power voted one of the best places to work year in, year out for many reasons. Rapidly growing, 50 years plus in the area, family-owned and operated. Listen, always on the lookout for good people. You want an opportunity, visit liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com. Yeah, they passed the New England Patriots. That's pretty good stuff, man.
We did?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, absolutely.
Number 1 against the run. I saw Mason Smith make a play yesterday. Unfortunately, it was a negative play.
Yeah, saw that too.
Oh, boy. But, let's credit Armstead and Hamilton. I know we want, Eric Armstead's got 5.5 sacks, and they're number 1 against the run. And yet they played him at edge last year.
Shocking stat. They don't feel like a smothering run defense at all, do they?
No.
I would have never. I know that the numbers have been down. Now, look, some of this comes about because the Jags have played from ahead a lot more this year than they have in a lot of years.
Yeah.
So teams throw the ball. And then we've been just pretty subpar against the pass at times. And maybe that is lent to some of those stats. Look, I'll take it. I will say this. If they finish the season as the number 1 rush defense, they are going to win 11 games because we got 2 with the Colts coming up, and they are defined by Jonathan Taylor and how he goes. Yesterday was an example for the Colts, that if Jonathan Taylor's not going, it's asking an awful lot to expect Daniel Jones to make those plays for you. And, he had a good overall game, 2-0, but in the second half made no plays, threw for 80 yards. They didn't get any first downs in the fourth quarter. And with Taylor bottled up, they didn't do much. And it allowed Kansas City to really play average football yesterday. They were average. They didn't move the ball. They didn't do anything special. Mahomes had a real bad pick ended up being a pick 6 maybe even, but he turned it over right down there at his goal line. Much like Trevor did yesterday. But they, kind of like the Jags did, they found a way to win a game that, although the Jags were in much better control.
Well, they gave it to Kareem Hunt 30 times. He had 104 yards, so he was able to make some things happen. Rashee Rice had a big day, 8 catches for 141 yards. So getting him back his help. But again, I just, I kind of thought, man, this could be it for KC. I don't know if they're going to win this game. And by the way, we might be thinking that on Thursday. They got the Cowboys on Thursday.
Yeah, that'd be
then they
fun.
got the Texans. Then they got the Chargers.
I know.
And they need to find ways to win these games.
At worst, they got to go 2-1, and that might not be enough.
Yeah,
because that's going to give them to 7,
still,
right? To 6 losses. The Jags still at 4. The Jags can all. I can't believe I'm saying this. If we could just go boom boom here in the division next 2 weeks, we're going to about wrap it up, boys.
Yeah.
We're going to be
Wrap up
9
the playoffs.
Yeah, we're going to be 9-4 with just about every tiebreaker. With still a game against the Titans at home and the Jets at home. I mean, can we go boom boom here? Boom boom pow is what we would be if we can do that.
So, gentlemen, 2 questions for y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
One, remember how we were talking about coming out and playing angry? Did y'all get a sense of that yesterday?
I got the sense that the D-line was, again, very energized. Where have they been all year?
Yeah.
I mean, that game against the Texans, Davis Mills stood back there in that fourth quarter and barely got pressured. And the one time he did, he ran it 20-something yards for a touchdown or near touchdown.
I don't know that was as angry. I mean, it's just it doesn't. The NFL doesn't work like that. I was fully expecting a close game yesterday out there. I'm just happy that they won the game. What was the other question?
Could the Jags be flexed when we play Indianapolis?
No, that's Chiefs-Texans. That's the Sunday night.
Okay.
They're not getting rid of Chiefs-Texans for Jags anybody.
No.
So and by the way, that's look, if that were Giants, Cowboys, then maybe we could talk, but
Right.
I can see unless if Houston and Kansas City both lose this week,
Right.
maybe, but I mean, the Chiefs are such a draw. They put them on those games on purpose.
Right.
More people watch the Chiefs than anyone, but it'll be if the Chiefs lose this game Thursday at Dallas, and the Cowboys are a funky one, man. Who knows?
Right.
Well, who knows what you're going to get? Yesterday's a perfect example. They fall behind 21-0, and then ultimately come back and beat the Eagles. And see, the Eagles do all this complaining when things are good, and now they got something bad. Who knows how they'll react?
I enjoyed watching some of Jameis Winston yesterday.
Oh man, he's great.
He was fun to watch.
Great.
He only completed 50% of his passes, but he throws it downfield 366 yards. Trick play for a touchdown, and then his catch, he breaking tackles and running into the end zone was terrific. I tell you, the Giants gave Detroit everything they wanted.
Yeah.
Detroit was lucky. They had to hit a bomb field goal at the end to force overtime, and so off they go. But something's missing from Detroit. I don't know if it's Ben Johnson because he's having a lot of success, but Detroit has the Packers on Thanksgiving, obviously. Then they got the Cowboys. Then they go to L.A. They got a schedule, man. Then they got the Steelers, the Vikings, and the Bears. That is not easy. That way, they could not afford to blow this game yesterday. And by the way, since starting 4-1, they've gone 3-3. Loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So we'll see what they got. They got to try to find a way to beat the Packers here. This will be a big game for them coming up on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah,
we're chock full of great football, by the way. Thursday, Friday.
I know, it's incredible.
I mean, we got the
Friday college
Gators
football.
and Knowles Saturday. Couldn't think of anything
Yeah,
better.
I mean, 4:30 Cartoon
Final
Network.
edition of Swamp Sessions.
Yeah. A lot of people will be sad to see that go. They're clamoring for basketball. We just don't have it in us.
No.
Yeah, we just don't have it in us. So we're Swamp Sessions, and then we'll head back to the bargaining table for next year. Maybe an addendum. Maybe we can, maybe have a couple of games that the show starts before 11.
That'd be nice.
We sure had a bunch of them this year, buddy. A bunch of late ones, and it's Gator football hadn't been pleasant to watch, much less talk about immediately after watching. It is some literal regurgitation going on.
Yeah,
throwing up in our mouths as we go through the night that was and the state of the program, and now with a coaching opening for the 4th time in 8 years, 10 years, or whatever it is.
I wonder how much other teams will be offering Jaden Baugh to play football next year. He is
he's a baller.
Pleasant surprise for the Gators. He has 904 rushing yards, 96 away from 1,000. Hopefully they can get it for him, but who knows? And it feels like he's earned every one of those 904 yards. And he played his butt off on Saturday night.
He has all year. We talked about that.
He was the only guy. But yeah,
he's answered the bell.
I suspect that he'll be wanted by a lot of teams in college football. So hopefully the Gators can hang on to him going forward, and then we shall see. We got Freddie T coming up here in just a couple minutes, so we'll talk to Fred Taylor, get his thoughts about the victory yesterday. Jags win out in the desert in overtime. Second overtime win of the year. That and more coming up next right here on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, but we both want to know, have you done your will? Something you need to do, something you need to take care of, something to get on your to-do list, but don't just leave it there. Get it done. You got to get your assets to the people that you choose. You work hard for your money. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He'll help you out with your decisions. He'll provide you all the info needed. It'll make it all your choices easy. They're the Hinson Law Firm, and they got all the answers. If you have questions, reach out. 527-1700, 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Movember is Men's Health Awareness Month, so take charge of your health and vitality at Ackerman Urology in Mandarin, Middleburg, The Beaches, and World Golf Village. For prostate and urological needs, trust Ackerman Urology. AckermanUrology.com.
Postgame Monday on 1010XL is served up by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here for Lee & Kate's Glass. Now with the holidays coming, it's time to update that dated-looking bathroom setup and give yourself the gift of a gorgeous new frameless shower with big, sexy glass. You spend every morning and night in that bathroom. A new shower enclosure from Lee & Kate's Glass will look fantastic and make your bathroom feel like a luxurious spa. You'll love it. You deserve it. Request a free in-home consultation. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at AMCOJacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Swings it out of the backfield. That's ETN. 15-yard line, 10-yard line, 5. Leading toward a goal line. Touchdown! They threw it in the left flat to Travis Etienne. A 15-yard touchdown pass, and Jacksonville strikes first in the desert.
It was a great start. It's been a great year for Travis Etienne. We'll talk more about that with Fred Taylor. But, Freddie, before we get going, welcome aboard, my friend.
Hello, Fred.
Hick and I were kicking.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hick and I were kicking around that Jaden Ball has an opportunity to be a 1,000-yard rusher. He needs 96 against FSU. And then we look at the actual 1,000-yard rushers. It's not a real long list in Florida history. There have only been 8 of you guys who have run for 1,000 yards in a season. And I say you guys because it's more than a historical footnote, but father, son. 2 of the 8, Fred Taylor, 1292 and 97, and Kelvin Taylor in 2015 with 1,035. So another point of pride for the
25%
family
of the rushes over 1,000 owned by the Taylor family. Pretty good.
Well, we just doing what we do. It's in the blood somewhere. You know what I mean? We're going to keep it nice and simple.
Okay.
Well,
And let us know when
respond how, the response is deserves to be. So, no, this is the thing. I can't speak for everyone else in terms of that, but we threw the ball a ton.
Yes,
maybe
that's
I
fair.
Should have done it a couple times.
yeah,
but
that's fair.
I'm content with with the old ball coach and how he set me up my senior year, put me in position to be able to achieve that feat, and I accepted the challenge, and we made it happen.
Fred, there's a difference in fans and media and players, like in how they digest an outcome. But is it as cut and dry? Like if you're a player in the Jaguars locker room and you get on that plane and you fly home, is it just all exhilaration? A win is a win. It's a bottom line business. Or do you, like the fans, kind of second guess or wonder about this, that, or the other moving forward?
I mean, you're going to split the debate, right? The players look at it multiple ways. I mean, I can speak for myself. First and foremost, a win is a win. And you're going to be excited about the win no matter what. You got to understand this is the NFL. If you look at last year's Jacksonville team, who the Cardinals reminds me a lot of the last year's Jacksonville team. I think it was 6 wins that they lost by less than a score, less than a touchdown. So, and if you just get those, which happens all across the league, probably not as frequent as it happened with the Jags a year ago, but that's what happens with bad teams in the NFL. You lose those close games. That's why this team is better than they were a year ago, not just from the record standpoint, because they know how to put themselves in position to go and win these close out games like this. They're not a bad team. Their fans are saying, well, we barely beat this team, or we barely beat this. Well, look, what happens when a team that's bad go and beat a team that's really, really good? It's because they were better prepared. It's because they didn't overlook it. It's because they realized the importance of doing my job. And that's what happens. So for a player with the type of work that we put in, we're going to be excited about any win. Then we go and watch the film and say, okay, well, I could have done this better. Or maybe we got a break right here. Still, it's a game. It's past us now. Let's get ready for the next one.
When looking back yesterday, -4 in the turnover differential and won the game. That doesn't happen like ever. And so that alone it gives me the get out of there with that dub, man. Move on.
Yeah,
like
you have
said.
to.
Yeah.
Right. You have to. Yeah, that's the reality of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Trevor pretty much gifted him 14 points of their 24. I think that's what they took off those turnovers, off both those interceptions. But again, they didn't play great. But now here's an opportunity for them to be a game closer to the division leader in the Colts.
Right.
And nothing else matters.
Right.
Like, here we are covering ground. The Colts lost. We won. Let's get ready for next week. That's the NFL. And if fans don't understand that, then, you have to put yourself in position to learn Like, we just want to win games. We don't care how pretty or ugly they are. We just want to win them so we can put ourselves in position for a postseason and hopefully bring you guys a championship.
What'd you make of Trevor? You said 4 turnovers. I will say he bounced back with that nice drive to give him the lead again, and then the Cardinals were able to tie it up at the end. But he had that one drive where, 3 touchdown passes, let it rip, 3 interceptions, lost a fumble. Just your thoughts.
Not the performance you want from your franchise quarterback.
Right.
Just keeping it, 100.
Mm-hmm.
He could play better. He has to play better. I'm not sure how many times the defense will put them in position to go ahead and crush and dominate their opponent. But they somehow find a way to give it back. Offensively, they find a way to give it back. And a lot of that is coming through, decisions that Trevor is making. But again, it's the game of football, right? So quarterback will always be microscopic. The quarterback play will always be microscopic.
Right.
And we're going to always pull out the bad plays in crunch time more so than the good plays, in crunch time. Because after the turnover that led to the go-ahead touchdown by the Cardinals, they were able to get the ball back and go back in a few plays, and he did an amazing job stepping up in the pocket after being pressured to find Parker Washington to regain the lead. I mean, that was just, surgical, that entire drive by Trevor, the 4-for-4 ending on that touchdown. Some people talk about it in the highlight reel, but, they'll also go back and point out the negative plays that he made as well. So Trevor knows he has to play better. This is such a hard position to play, and no one's going to give him a pass a lot of the times because of the amount of money he's making and, how high he was drafted and the hopes and expectations were. But Trevor himself, he'll tell you, look, certain situations, I just got to play better. And that's called taking ownership. I'd rather have a person, as my leader who's going to take ownership, leading me, because excuses aren't acceptable. And you're not going to see Trevor make any excuses.
6 sacks yesterday by the Jaguars defense. To your naked eye, did they seem like they blitzed a little bit more than normal? I thought Jacoby Brissett is a veteran, smart quarterback, but he's not the most mobile guy. So I kind of liked him getting after him a little bit with the blitz stuff. What did you think?
Yeah, a lot of it were designed. 6 sacks, should have been more. He escaped several of them. 0 turnovers.
Right.
So, again, the blitz packages worked. But I thought it should have been more. I thought they left a lot out there. They were exposed in some capacity because Jacoby Brissett, again, he was just completing passes in a lot of soft zone. And if they didn't get home, he was going to rip them apart because the coverage isn't there. So, the defense did the necessary things they needed to do. They did put the offense in a lot of great field position situations, which weren't always capitalized on. But we'll see teams that are better, run and pass, and then they'll exploit the Jaguars' defense. But, jeez, man, you can't argue with six sacks from a team who was low at the bottom of the list in the NFL in that category.
Right.
It's just shocking how. It's the same guy. It's not like they went to the trade deadline.
Trayvon didn't even play.
Yeah, it's just,
Correct. And then when you look at it as well, there were some situations where when they rushed 3 and 4, they were able to create pressure. And they've been doing that. 4 down linemen and occasionally rush 5, to create a one-on-one matchup up front. And then they'll get home sometimes, and sometimes they weren't, but they got home at the right time.
That's a fact, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the defense for continuously, week in and week out, to put the offense in position to pretty much beat these teams convincingly. And the offense hasn't always delivered, but the defense is playing hard. What is it, the third week in a row? Somehow they've gotten robbed of a roughing passer penalty, which is. Can you imagine Big Ben playing in this era?
Oh.
How are you going to sack him?
Couldn't.
Brissett's almost
if you
as
can't
big.
bring a little body weight, how are you going to sack him? And that's just a thought that I had throughout the game. Like, if this was Ben Roethlisberger,
that's a good point.
These guys would be in trouble.
Yeah, no
the
doubt about it.
NFL is calling these petty calls. It wasn't a weight call. It was just a great play that was negated.
All right, Fred, the following question is about hate, but it's sports hate, little h, okay? Sports hate. Like fans, obviously, they have some sports hate for your rivals.
Mm-hmm.
We think about were you you as a player, did you have any like sports hate, and are the Titans that? Is heated rivalry in the locker room coincide with like the heated rivalry that the fans feel towards certain teams? And if so or not, just the meaning for a game to Nashville and Tennessee is a little different for this franchise based on how its history has gone, right?
Well, my grandmother always told me hate was a very strong word.
Right.
Like it's you can't really come back from it. Like if you hate, then that's just the bottom line. Like I hate you, and that's that.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. No. I mean, but some fans believe that. Like they actually really do hate. What they say they hate. And, I mean, hey, that's totally up to them, and I'm fine with it. As a player, if our fans hate the Titans, then I'm rocking with our fans because I know that's going to motivate me much more to go out there and try to, make them want to rub it in their faces even more, right, by getting the win. It's hard to really enjoy, the emotion of hate when you're not winning, right? Like, how can I pick at you if we're not beating you? So if you're able to go and allow them to fulfill their joyful hate emotion, I go out there and play my butt off. Now, as a player, no. My hate for the Titans were concocted. I just wanted to compete and try to win, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really hate the Titans, and I don't, just hate the Titans. But I don't like the team. I don't like, I love playing against them. But, yeah, I don't like what happened in 99. I don't hate them for it, but I just understand it was good, fair, competitive competition, and we lost. They got the best of it. But it's okay for a fan to hate them. I just want to compete.
You're a much better person than me. I hate.
I knew that already.
That's what I'm saying.
You are. I appreciate that. I can recognize the problems in my system, in my soul. That I got to
self-awareness. I think we call it.
Got to get churched up Sunday and pray that hate out of there.
It's already back though.
It comes back quick.
Yeah, comes back by about 1:15 on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, it's a little tough there, but we'll press on. Freddie, you're the best, man. Always love catching up with you.
Thank you, Fred.
All right, guys. See you soon.
All right, there he goes, Fred Taylor.
He's a Monday morning running back.
Yeah.
You bet he is. It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday. Hey, man, Next Gen, just commitment to the community here. Local guys, local company. If you need a roof or any kind of roof work, you've got something suspicious you need checked out for any and all jobs, it's Next Gen Roofing, so check them out today.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Duval all day. Search 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infiniti is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlion. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infiniti is inspected, factory-backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship-level service as a brand-new Infiniti? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Hey, I know it's early to talk about the holiday season coming up, but my friends at Beards Diamonds are stocking up like never before. Hey, you don't have to rush in, but they just want you to know Beards is ready. Jacksonville's local diamond powerhouse. No middleman pricing on exquisite diamonds. Unlike the other stores in the town center, Beards is not a Wall Street-owned jeweler. They're family-owned by the Lupos. Great folks. Say hi to them when you go on in. And they run circles around those conglomerate stores that claim to have direct pricing. Beards beats them every day. And don't forget, Beards has case after case of fashion jewelry, Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, colored gemstones, pearls, yellow gold, you name it, Beards Diamonds has it. Bottom line, you really don't need to shop anywhere else. Why? Beards is local. They've got massive selection. They stand behind what they sell. They take care of the local customer. They're 100% accountable. Why? Because they live here. Check them out, and I promise you'll see. Beards Diamonds rocks.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Wingstop and 1010XL has the ultimate tailgate for you to win. Leon Searcy here, your lemon pepper guy. Go to 1010XL.com to register to win a 100-piece wing party complete with fries, veggie sticks, and dips.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush and call Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $149 and a 4th room free with a canned food donation. Plus $75 off air ducts as well. Book online anytime at ZeroResJacksonville.com.
The YMCA. There's no place like this place. And for one day this Cyber Monday, join the Y with no joining fee and no payments until January. Beat the New Year resolution rush and join the Y this Cyber Monday. Whether you want fitness, family time, or just a fresh start, you'll find it at the Y. There's no place like this place and no better value. Visit your local Y this Monday for $0 join fee and no payment until January, or at fcymca.org with promo code Click to Join.
Custom home builders, fed up with your electrical and low voltage companies that ghost you mid-project, sparking delays? Unreliable subs and poor electrical work that derails your schedules? Denny Thompson here for Tyson Inc., experts in seamless electrical services for your custom builds. Pre-construction planning, integration, and installation, no hassle. Your homeowners will love the new Tyson showroom. Home builders team up with Tyson for your next home building project. TysonInc.com.
Why wait for a reason to send flowers? Celebrate life's little wins, or just celebrate you. Stop into the showroom on Beach and Southside, or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market. We make every day bloom.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
There was a very awkward moment in college football this weekend. I was wondering if you guys saw it. There's a player at LSU, a senior night.
Oh, yeah.
In Baton Rouge.
Yeah. That was weird.
And I got no problem with sticking up for Pops.
Oh, that's what it was?
Well, that's his daddy.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it makes sense then.
So Brian Kelly's son is a senior at LSU. He played at a smaller college, and then he just went to LSU with his dad. And, you know, Kenzel Kelly. So Kenzel comes out, and he's got his senior football, and he looks to the camera, and he drops a family accent of "Go Tigers," and "Free my boy." He kept saying, "Free my boy," and he had a BK under his
shirt, his undershirt, yeah,
written BK in ink. He's like, "Free my boy, BK."
It
was a little awkward. Now, I guess part of the story is, you know, obviously, he can't be on the sideline with his son on this particular, you know, it just would have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't want to, you don't want to be a part of that.
Why am I surprised that Brian Kelly's son likes him?
Yeah, there you go. He might be the only one. He might be the only one.
Trying to be mean. I just, I mean, that's That's awkward, isn't it? Just being on the team and staying on the team and all that.
Yeah.
I think if I'm LSU, I got to send him packing with the coach. You got to go too.
Fire
son.
the player.
Fired player, fired too.
And you go too, bro.
I just say kind of a reset here. Who's the best team in the NFL now, boys?
Oh,
who's the best team in the NFL? It's the Rams. Still the Rams. And while Seattle is still very good and very
Stafford
much
better than
yeah,
Darnold.
very
That's the
much
problem.
like the Rams.
Yeah.
The Rams, buddy. I got news for you. If you're not paying attention, Devontae Adams is a smoke show right now.
Yeah.
Gets like 2 touchdowns a week.
Right.
And,
he put a move on that corner last night from the line of scrimmage. He went left, right, gone.
But he had no chance.
Matt just dropped it in the bucket. Touchdown.
I'm not going to sit here and act like Devontae Adams through the years hadn't got his recognition. He has, but it's still, you can't help but feel like he's like under. I feel like they give Chase and Jefferson way more than Adams. And I'm not sure there's that big a difference.
Yeah, got 12 touchdowns this year.
Is he leading touchdowns?
Well,
you got Nakua racking up all the yards, and
Yeah.
you got Devontae Adams going and getting everything you throw him, and the end result right now. Because by the way, Kyron Williams is good, and guess who is more than serviceable now as the backup in year 2? And that's that Blake Corum from Michigan, who was such a big part of their national title team. Yeah, he's kind of found his role there as the backup. They got a great defense. I think the Rams are winning the Super Bowl. I would pick the Rams right now over any other team in the league.
Devontae Adams, by the way, over, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, over 1,000 career catches.
Yeah, he only has 48 this year. He's just made them big.
1,005 catches in his career.
What about this? 12 of his 48 touchdowns, 12 of his 48 catches, touchdowns. A quarter of them.
Dang.
Yeah, he passed Hines Ward and DeAndre Hopkins is at 999. He had beaten a corner for a touchdown yesterday, and Lamar overthrew him. That would have been his 1,000th.
Great 1,000 catch.
Yeah. Randy
Would
Moss,
you agree that
982.
is there someone else? Would you agree that it's the Rams?
Oh,
like for the first time this year, I feel like there's a team significantly better than everyone. Like we've said all year, there's not that team, right? Now, and I've seen them up close and personal. I saw what they did to us. I saw what they made Baker Mayfield look just like our guys looked.
Yeah.
And they're I think they're the best team. I think they're winning the Super Bowl, and I don't think it's real super close right now. There's not a team the Rams could play this week that I wouldn't lay the 3. Not a 1, home or away.
I'd like to see like a Rams Broncos type of vibe.
I don't believe in the Broncos as much as everyone else. I think they're good. I don't.
They go to Carolina and to Arizona. That ought to get them to 11-2.
Easy.
Then they got Detroit, at Seattle, at Atlanta, and the Cardinals. They got to.
Yeah,
them boys might
I think
go
2 more losses in there. That 4 may be enough for home field. And I don't think it's the home field advantage so much as avoiding the road field disadvantage of playing in Philly. Like Philly is the one that has the home field advantage of those NFC teams. Maybe even Seattle. Like the Rams they don't. It is what it is.
Tell you what I don't need. I don't need another LA championship.
No,
Dodgers just won one.
No, I don't want. I want nothing. I'm not a Rams fan by any stretch. Not what I want, but it's.
They've lost to the Niners and the Eagles this year, and that's it.
Hey, boys, y'all see what's trending in football right now, both college and NFL?
What you got?
Spitting.
Yeah,
they did it again. I saw a couple of college
kids.
Yeah, what is the deal with that?
I don't get it.
You know what better not be trending? Stabbing. That also happened in college.
Yeah, did you see that? UAB kid stabbed 2 of his teammates. Did we ever get the deets on that?
Oh no.
Yeah, I remember. I said,
but anyway, the spitting's got to stop. That's
stabbing too. I would agree with you. The stabbing's even worse. yeah, just for the record. we see eye to eye there, friend.
If you're that violent and you're choosing between spitting and stabbing, go ahead and spit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Just like that just spit. Leave the knife at home. Spit on me all day long and take that punishment. I mean, if I have to choose which of these 2 vile acts I'm going to be subjected to, I suppose I'll take the spitting over the stabbing. But yeah, nonetheless.
I think they should review because they didn't catch the college in game. They should review that and suspend that kid, man.
I thought I saw that both of them have already taken the punishment, or they at least acknowledged it.
Speaking of, I hate to say this, but I'm going to. You're hurting yourself more than helping yourself. From the you're hurting yourself more than helping yourself column comes one Diego Pavia and family.
What happened? What do you have? 4-6 just should be good.
Had a
This
great game. I don't need to see Mom doing a Heisman pose in the stands.
Let them have their fun.
Going on the date with the guy. I mean, enough, okay, Diego. Let's just go win the Tennessee game, and then we can celebrate.
I said this earlier to ET. It's not getting any clearer. It's getting muddier to me when it comes to a Heisman. Where are you at there right now, friend? Who are the three? Because Haynes King played his way out of it. His team choked it away. I told you not to trust that Tech. I bet it anyway, Hick. It's a sucker on my forehead.
I like the Mendoza kid right now, but I'm open.
Yeah. Why would it be Mendoza over Sayin?
Just saying. I think Mendoza's had more. What has Sayin been tested on?
Well, he's played the best. He's played the best team. Well, at least by.
There are two possible, and they're not. They're good teams, okay? But there are two possible. We have no idea how good they are. Teams in college football.
Both in the
Ohio
Big Ten?
State. No. Ohio State and Texas A&M.
Why would you not include Indiana?
Indiana went to Oregon and won a game.
Well, I mean,
who is Ohio State beat?
Texas in the opener.
Yeah, 14-7.
No, I got you. But at the time, it was, and even now, Texas is a decent team. Yeah.
I mean, this is
Oregon.
This has been the easiest run in the history of college football for Ohio State.
I don't disagree that they have not been tested. Well, we'll find out.
Grambling, Ohio, Washington. They went to Washington. I guess that was a nice win. Minnesota, Illinois, Wisconsin, Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers.
Illinois is the only one in there that, like, Indiana gets credit. What was the Illinois score for Ohio State? Because Indiana beat Illinois like 60-20.
Illinois 7-4.
What was the score of the Ohio State-Illinois game?
34-16.
Yeah, see, that's much closer than Indiana played.
Indiana beat them 63-10.
Is it going to be Indiana-Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game? I guess it has to be, right? That'll be fun.
Ryan Day got a sphincter's got to tighten up this Saturday. Going to the big house, baby.
Are they still in it, or is this game not already determined?
What do you mean not determined?
Michigan has just one conference. I'm saying it's not Ohio State, Indiana already.
I'm just telling you, he's got to worry about Michigan first before he starts worrying about the Big Ten championship.
Oh, I'm talking about my own self. Michigan's only got one loss. If they beat Ohio State, they go to the Big Ten championship game.
There you go.
And that,
let's go, Big Jake.
There's a lot. There is a problem. We fall on different sides, so we won't go too far. But it is a problem that, like, if Alabama goes to the SEC championship game in the field and has to play an extra against Georgia or somebody, and they lose, to be punished for it seems weird to me.
Did you see that Texas A&M has played 5 schools this year? There's coaches gotten fired.
The coach firing Aggies, it sounds like.
Yeah. And I think they've played them. I don't know if they played them before or after, so. But, yeah, they also, man. I mean, they got that Notre Dame win.
Who have they played? Notre Dame? That's a good one.
At UTSA, Utah State. They beat Auburn 16-10. Mississippi State, Florida, at Arkansas 45-42, at LSU, Missouri, South Carolina, Samford.
That's the Big Ten route.
We'll see what they got. They got Texas and Austin.
Well, the fair thing to point out is Texas A&M missed Ole Miss, Alabama, Oklahoma, Georgia. Those are the best teams in the league this year. Those 4.
They got none of them.
Vandy.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the best teams.
They played the bottom half.
Yeah. And Texas has some wins. They beat Oklahoma. They beat Vanderbilt. I know it's easy, to besmirch these teams that so much is granted them, right? They get so much grace that you want them to have to double earn it. But Texas has a couple of wins. If they beat Texas A&M, they'll scream for their opportunity. I wouldn't give it to them, but they will.
Who will?
If Texas beats Texas A&M and they have wins on their resume over Oklahoma, Vandy, and Texas A&M, they're gonna say, well, if we don't play Ohio State in that opener, instead played, Prairie View, we'd be 10-2 and in.
Yeah. Joe, you wants me to give it to a guy who's got 71 catches for 844 yards and 6 touchdowns.
What are you talking about? Oh, I want you to give you the Heisman. Yeah, that's Joe.
This is where Joe loses his mind.
I know. Everyone knows that. That's a shtick. Nice job by the Saints yesterday, Joe. Just worry about them.
All right, 9 o'clock nasty coming up.
Boy.
Let's do it.
No.
Tough weekend.
Oh man. Yeah.
How'd that Bill treat you on Saturday night?
Oh, bruh.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, this is the drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pregame Friday.
We've saved the best for last.
Who's in, who's out, who's on upset watch. And I like it. Pregame Friday. Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Jacksonville, Hicken's calling it. Checkmate Coating, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Waiting around for Black Friday? At Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, we've already dropped Black Friday prices. That's right, thousands of vehicles priced to move now. Get 0 down, no payments for 90 days, plus peace of mind with a lifetime warranty. Don't wait for the crowds. Get your Black Friday deal today. Start saving early with Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, where Black Friday starts right now. That'll wow ya.
1010XL and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulate our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Gabrielle Elliott, senior soccer and tennis player at First Coast High. Gabrielle's a member of the Physics and Interact Clubs and the National Honor Society.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Just recently, Cam Little was good from 68 yards to set an NFL field goal record. You know who else goes the distance? The team at Coil Fencing. Coil is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project. Coil does it all. Visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Your party's missing something.
Bold flavor.
Let Flame Broiler cater your next event and turn hungry guests into happy fans. Visit any of 5 Jacksonville locations or call Flame Broiler at 904-619-2786.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantling, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Beard's Diamonds' last and largest store-wide sale of the year is here. It's Beard's 44th anniversary sale with up to 44% savings. At Beard's, we're proud to be the only locally owned jeweler in the town center. And we're so grateful to the people of Jacksonville for trusting us for over 4 decades. So, we're celebrating with incredible savings. Yes, engagement rings are included, and wedding bands and anniversary bands, gemstone jewelry, yellow gold fashion jewelry. And of course, Beard's is your home for diamonds at real direct importer prices. Whether you're looking for a natural diamond or a lab-grown diamond, Beard's has every shape and every size. Come and let us educate you and give you the trusted guidance you deserve. Don't settle for corporate chain store quality. Beard's guarantees the best diamonds and the best value prices every day. Don't miss this incredible buying opportunity. Best prices of the year now during Beard's 44th anniversary sale. Beard's Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beard's.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by FSB DC at the University of North Florida. Jags went over Arizona, demonstrated no quit for head coach Liam Cohen.
Guys stepped up. I mean, nobody flinched. Nobody was walking around head down.
The split scoreboard for the Sunshine State. Miami climbed back into the CFP picture, and UCF came out on top while Florida and Florida State stumbled. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:07, it's 66 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
It's time.
Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right, crank it up. It's time. Hanging out here on the drill. Victory Monday. Jags victorious. Get to 7-4 on the year. Hold on, I'm looking.
Take how you can get them. Take the good with the bad and hope that the good outweighs the bad at the end of the 60 as you continue to grow under a new head coach. Got to put a system in, and we're getting results in the meantime. Football, what did they go, 4-13 a year ago, boys? That what we sat on last year?
That's
4,
what they did.
Already up to 7. Can you go beat the 1-win Titans and double it up with still 5-6 games to go? Here's hoping. But, man, 7-4, if we looked at that schedule and how it played out, is better than we would have had it in most cases. I mean, we didn't all go 12-5, Dan, like E.T. That's a dub in there. But, I think 7-4 at this stage keeps everything right in line and win 10, 11 games. Just take care of it. One thing they've been able to do is they lost a game as a favorite? No.
Jags haven't?
No. I mean, they lost to good teams. Maybe were they a favorite in the Seattle game? I doubt it.
No.
They definitely weren't favored in the Rams game. They were, they were favored against the Raiders. They won. They were favored against the Texans at home. They won. They were favored against the Panthers. They won. They were favored against the Cardinals. They won. And it's the seeing how the sausage is made, right? It's not the chili dog that tastes great at the end of the day, but watching it get there can be frustrating, to say the least.
Well, I mean, look, it's a great foundation for Liam Cohen. But the thing to remember, one thing that we've learned in watching the same team year after year after year, is that every year it changes. Now, if you got the right pieces to the puzzle, it's all about keeping the right pieces and changing the other pieces. And I firmly believe there's going to be a lot of change with this Jaguars roster going forward. So maybe guys are starting to sense that. Listen, you're playing for your job in the NFL every week, every single week. And that's what's so – and it's like that now in college football. That's what's so maddening about, like, the Gators, watching them play Saturday night. I mean, who wants these guys?
Right.
You may not be here next year, but you may not be anywhere if you play like that.
It just speaks more. It feels like they went to Ole Miss just in case he was going to be their next head coach. Yeah, watch how good we can play.
Right.
Look how hard we can play. Look what we can do.
Right.
DJ, hey, look at this long ball can still throw, coach. But now, who knows if that will, even be a factor, so to speak. But, again, 7-4 is 7-4, but you give away your equity real quick in this league. You give it away real quick, and if you go to Tennessee and become the second victim of theirs all year long, it is a massive hit. Got to win that game.
But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of positives. I like what Liam Cohen and his staff have done, and I like Liam Cohen. I like what he said. I don't always agree with him, but I like his explanation yesterday. I thought that was on the fourth down play, I would have kicked the field goal, but you know what? We got bigger fish to fry here. This is the way we're going to do things. I want him to know. Like, in his mind, he's focused on, okay, I got to win a championship. How do I win a championship? I'm not just thinking about, So I kind of like that. And I like the way the offense looks. I think the plays are there. I like his mix. You're not going to agree with every play call in a game. If you watch a football game, you're going to sit there and go, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I mean, it happens. When it doesn't happen that much, I think the coach is doing a heck of a job.
The offense is up to 12th now in scoring offense and top 15 in total offense. So they're climbing the charts a little bit. You mentioned the defense is number 1 against the run.
Yeah.
So, we're still high in the turnover margin. And we've climbed out of just like the worst in the league when it comes to getting to the quarterback.
Yeah.
I will say this. I would challenge you to find me a team that was number 1 in the league against the run who wasn't a really good team.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a playoff team, a team that won games. I mean, I don't know this for sure. Maybe I looked last year and the Browns were number 1 against the run.
Something is going to have to give with the Trevor Lawrence experience, though. The roller coaster ride has got to smooth out a little bit. And if it does, I think they'll be okay. But that is you shouldn't be watching your quarterback with like a, when he drops back to pass.
What was I just checking? What stat?
And I kind of feel like you do when you watch Trevor go.
When he's throwing the ball, I can feel it in my stomach.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I feel it. I know what y'all were talking about. When he gets off course, I feel it big time. Like when he starts shuffling around the pocket. When he just takes the 4 steps and fires. Now yesterday one of those resulted in an interception, but I usually feel pretty good about those. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Again, I'm hoping the improvement can be gotten out of Liam moving forward. I just think the asset of quarterback in the NFL is not easy to switch gears
on. I don't understand why the completion percentage is so bad. And I know the drops. You don't have to tell me about the drops.
They haven't had a bunch of those
they've gone
lately.
away, and it's still 60. It's under 60%. Michael Penix Jr. has a better percentage. That I don't get. I don't know why it's not at 65. And I don't get. I'll tell you another one. And I thought they threw the ball a little bit better down the field yesterday. That yards per pass attempt. Sam Darnold, Drake May, Josh Allen, they're all in the 8s and 9s. Lamar, Indiana Jones, Trevor's like mid-6,
part of that we talked about. There's no down. We don't throw downfield.
Oh, yeah, we don't throw downfield.
I mean, because here's what happens on those yards per attempt. And Sam Darnold hit 180-yarder to Jackson Smith and Jigba, and it's hard for that number not to stay high the rest of the game. We've had what's our longest pass play?
Second in the league in interceptions now.
I thought he led. You sure he doesn't lead?
No, Gino's got 13 and Tua's got 13.
Yeah. The thing that's bailing him out in the good and the bad is that the last plays that he's made in 4 of these games have been good. At the end of the day, if he doesn't win the Texans, the Chiefs, we had one a couple weeks ago in this game in the fourth quarter, then we're a disaster.
Yeah.
Those 4 games, if they lose those 4 games, right now they're a 3-win team, and
I gotta think they don't look at it that way. I think they look at it like,
I don't know.
If this cat plays better, man, we'd be rolling, man.
I guess I would say this: that's on them to get him there. Now, when they reach to the point that I don't think they can, but it is.
Yeah.
I can't imagine taking over a 4-13 team and seeing everything that you saw coming in and thinking you would be better than 7-4.
I think that if they're put on their truth caps down there, they're flummoxed and perplexed by his play this year, and they're like, you got to be kidding me. I don't think they counted on that, and I think they're pleasantly surprised that they're 7-4 because he hasn't played well. So I don't know, but we'll see.
I would put a lot more obligation on them to make the best of the asset of a 6'6", 26-year-old quarterback and getting right to the best.
Blaine Gabbert was 6'6", 26-year-old.
He's been much better than Gabbert, though.
I'm just telling you, that's what
I'm saying.
I can't tell you how many coaches look at me. I remember Gus Bradley.
I don't mean to.
He's 6'5". Okay. He throws the ball beautifully.
With the confidence.
He can either play it or not play it.
Right. Well, then Trevor did more in 2 years than Gabbert's done his whole career. So I don't mean to equate the talent.
Yeah.
The ceiling for Trevor Lawrence is as high a ceiling as we've had here at the position. Correct? In 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do we know?
Well, just by the
we're
plays
5
that
years
he
in. If this is the ceiling, this may be the ceiling. This could very well be the ceiling. Is it going to take off? I guess, in fairness, you could say, okay, you got a half a season. There's a couple half seasons where it was really good.
Yeah, and
that's what he needs.
I don't like having these conversations because in counterpoints, I'm not trying to argue for. I'm just arguing for the sake of the franchise and moving forward. I think there are a lot of other things you can throw in that would stunt your growth. That's all.
Yeah, but he's the one that sticks out yesterday.
Yeah. I'm saying him and his comfort and looking like he's established in continuity week to week. Maybe he never can be. I don't know. But I'm just saying there's been a lot around him that has led that you could wonder if it's led to a slower growth process. And one, offensive talent. He hasn't had a Pro Bowler on the team in 5 years. Haven't had a dominant. Again, I'm not using this, but they've won. Yeah. Like if we're going 5-11 every year, we're not having this argument.
This year.
Well, they went 9-8 twice. I mean, again, for a team that was 1-15, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. We've been much worse as a franchise. Most of our history, we're in much better minute. We've been in a much worse spot than we're in right now. Much worse. Almost like
for sure, we're
90%. 90% of our seasons, we've been much worse right now. So again, I'm not a fool. I'm like everyone else. Improvement has to come. I remain optimistic that improvement can come. Yeah. Like I don't think you need to worry about Super Bowls 3 years from now, when we're not winning games. Yeah. When he's incapable of making plays.
When's the improvement going to come? You said the improvement's going to come. When?
Well, I don't. It depends on how you're defining it.
Hopefully in the next 5 games.
Yeah, it depends on how you're defining it. I think.
But I'm like you've been in this offense for a while now. You should have a feel for this offense now. I think he had a couple misfortunate things happen yesterday, but it's just like there's still plays. There's always plays with this guy that make us just.
Well, again, everyone would feel a whole lot different if the other numbers match the win total, and that's the biggest thing that's throwing back. He's the turnovers yesterday.
If he was 7-4 with Drake May's numbers, we'd be dancing in the streets.
That's correct. That's correct. Well, let's see what happens. The rest of this year, and then going into next. I will say this: winning or losing, then I think the stats and those things do start to affect your long-term plans.
No question.
If you're an organization right now, and to throw that ever important position of quarterback into your to-do list, it'll be another 10 years before we can do anything around here. It feels like. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM. The Jags victorious yesterday, 7-4. What slot are we in? The six hole now, right now?
Yeah, the three-way tiebreaker goes Chargers, Jags, Bills, but only because the Chargers had played more conference games. That's why we don't have a head-to-head over them.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's D-Rock's deep dive into Jacksonville football.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure? Mike DeRocco with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony every Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here for Action Garage Door. Premium parts, premium service for the life of your doors. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. If mine ever does, you know what I do? I take action. Because I call action, and then they take action. Jeff Bernard and his crew, simply the best. Been doing it for 25 years. You don't have to go through some out-of-town corporate layer after layer after layer to get somebody out to your house. Call Jeff, his people are on it. That's how it works. Like I said, they've been doing it a long time. That tells you about the stability and the success of their program. I've been in my house for a long time. I got a new garage door from Action Garage Door, 3-4 years ago. People still comment about how it dramatically improves the curb appeal. And the garage door openers bring features like smart home integration, quiet operation, added security. Hick, I'm sold. What do? How do I get a hold of Action Garage Door? Well, Garage Door 911. Type it in, garagedoor911.com. It'll lead you right to Action Garage Door. You'll be glad you did. For any of your garage door problems, Action Garage Door.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need. need.
For your chance to win 4-day weekend VIP passes to the Welcome to Rockville Festival in Daytona Beach, May 15th to the 18th, text the word ROCK to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning, then deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I've been telling you how proud I am of my daughter Amber, who's lost so much weight on Awaken 180. But it's been a while now, so I wonder if it's something she can maintain. So I sort of asked her, how's it going?
So far, so good, Dad. But you're right, it has been a while. But that's the beauty of the Awaken 180 plan. There's so much variety in the food choices, you don't get bored.
You look great. Do you feel better?
I feel so much better. And I know it's because of the weight loss and how it's changed my lifestyle. So there's no chance I won't sustain it.
Well, what about over the holidays? Look, you grew up in our home. And you know we love the holidays.
Oh, I still plan on enjoying the holidays. I just plan on doing it by eating right. And I've already had the conversation with my coach. She understands the challenges of the holidays, and she's guided so many folks just like me through this. We've already made a plan.
So take my kid's word for it. Awaken 180 works. It's sustainable, even over the holidays. So change your life by calling 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Don't turn around. Uh-oh. All right, we're going to go here to some calls on the old phone line. Apparently we got a throwback, sir. We're all about throwbacks. We've been around a long time. Throwback can be a wide array of timelines. So, E.T., if you'll start it off with Rick out at the beaches.
Rick.
Yeah, throwback Monday.
Hey, good morning, guys. I was something popped up on a social media feed recently, and I was reminiscing about a trip back to Jeff's old hood there, Roosevelt Roads, Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice. Rosie Roads. Say hello. They probably got a plaque
Rosie
up
Roads.
there. Yeah.
1998, and we happened to have a day off and prompted to the El Conquistador casino and sitting there shooting craps with a guy who was very well dressed, looked like he was an investment banker. Turned out he was a sportscaster from the greater New York City area, and he knew all about you two. It was amazing that this guy, I didn't know you had agents, but he knew about all the sportscasters in the area.
Mm-hmm.
He had an agent. He had an opinion about you that I don't remember, but I just thought it was pretty cool that before the internet, social media, and Instagram, Dan and Jeff were nationwide.
Well, thank you very much.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What do they say?
Rack
him.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick. Have a great day.
The only part I really need to hear from Rick is Dan and Jeff are nationwide.
Thank you. We're bad. We're nationwide. Maybe that should be our new intro song. I don't know if I want to. I mean, I have very few forms of control and power. Why do I let a guy, a Tennessee fan, on my show to gloat when he's a fan of a rickety loser-ass team that never does anything? Now he's going to celebrate because you did what USF and Vandy and Kentucky and Arkansas and everyone and their brother have done in the last 5 years, which is win down there in the kiddie pool. So
they had a good time down there at our expense at the Swamp.
Yeah, that should be enough.
90,000 plus on hand, including Charlton K. Gainey.
Yeah, you can talk to him if you want. I don't know why you're giving him the value of the airtime. You owe it to him. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Wow. It's a Hall of Fame caller.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one more wow, and I got a finger on the button here.
No, I'm trying to. I called to tell you. I figured out how this works now. Finally, I have a solution to the problem that we've had with the Jags. But I want to say, there was not 90,000 down there. Mm-hmm. That's a myth. You had a sellout, but it was probably 85%.
Mm-hmm. Just let him come on and just besmirch our program and talk bad about him and pee on him left and right. You can't even have a good crowd.
Did you get hit with a bag of urine?
Listen, they 25% left at halftime, and the rest stayed to sing at the beginning of the fourth quarter, which was great, man.
Hang up on him right now. I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit. I'm not listening to this crap. I've had a long season. I do swamp sessions every Saturday night for you people, including you, Mr. 10. You probably enjoy swamp sessions more than any Gator fan. I'm already giving you plenty this football season. I'm not giving you open mic the Monday after another crappy loss at home for you to gloat about your 8-3 football team.
He's out of here. Get him out of here.
Uncle Leo is next. We'll see what this joker has for us. It's been a while. Been a minute.
It's been a while. Hey, it's been a while, and good morning. I'm really grateful on this happy Thanksgiving week that y'all took my call, and because I've been trying to get on, but hey, listen, I wanted to say I'm happy and pleased with what the Jags are doing with the 7-4, but it's a couple questions I have for y'all before I hang up. One is, going forward, I ask myself is, can we sustain this kind of winning with this, what y'all call the Trevor Lawrence experience? I'm good with it. Just can we continue, these next 6 games, which are very important, all 6 of these AFC games, and through the playoffs? And then this is the problem, and I'm not ripping Trevor at all. I understand. I get it. I've been on the Trevor Lawrence train since day one. Here's the problem with his game, and I'm going to ask y'all before I hang up in the form of kind of a question. It's his deep ball, the home run hitters, okay? He's have a problem there, okay? It ain't just the drops. I'm going to ask y'all this. Since he's been here, I need y'all to tell me 10 times that you've seen this guy drop back, okay, at least 40 yards. Like you say, drop it in the bucket, Dan Hicken, over the head, or into the hands of the receiver, into the end zone. Not for a big play, into the end zone. Mm-hmm. And I heard somebody say, well, he ain't Josh Allen, he ain't this. Let me tell you something. That's got to be a part of his skill set. Okay, that will help his numbers go up. That'll help us get those touchdowns. And y'all know what I mean. There was one off the fingertips of old boy the other day. It's got to be in his game. You know what I mean? And if he does that, this team could be real, real good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so we'll see, man. The 7-4, I'm happy with it. And hopefully the Colts will fall apart at the 8-3. Like what? When did the Jags fall? I can't even remember. Was that last season or two?
That was 23.
23.
Yeah, when the Jags, hopefully the Colts can fall apart like we did, and then we can. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Leo.
Man. Y'all take care, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I think everybody's got an opinion on Trevor, the good, the bad, and the ugly so far. So we'll come back. We'll keep it rolling. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Get the goods on Gainesville 24/7. Search 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
Morgan Conley Roofing isn't just repairing roofs. He's building a legacy for generations to come. Born here, built here, staying here. MorganConleyRoofing.org. License number CCC 1333544.
What's happening, beautiful people? It's your main man, E to the T here. And cool air, open trails, and that perfect Florida winter sunshine, woo! It's the season to get outside and explore Clay County. From Christmas parades and hometown festivals to holiday markets and local theater shows, holiday magic is lighting up every corner of Clay County. Get outside, get moving, and get active. Come see everything happening this season at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 24th, 1960, Wilt Chamberlain sets the NBA single-game rebounding record as he gets 55 rebounds in a game against the Boston Celtics.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Hey, Hicken here for Zero Res. It's Thanksgiving time, man. But listen, don't deal with the toughest gravy, cranberry sauce, or pumpkin pie disasters. Let the cleaning freaks do it. Get back to clean. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $149. A 4th room free with a canned food donation. Ideally, a full bag of cans, not just 1 or 2. Also, take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Call my friend Zero Res right now, 28757, or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and say you want the 1010 special. Zero Res, spelled backwards or forwards. It spells the same.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The good guys needed a big play in regulation to give themselves a chance to win in enemy territory. And when the game was in doubt, number 11 came in clutch. Trevor Lawrence would find Parker Washington for a 9-yard touchdown to give Jacksonville a 24-21 lead with 3:47 left in the period. The Washington score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Got to cool down a little bit. Sometimes I got to cool down from all the, oh yeah, I lost my $2,000. Congratulations, Dylan Denmark. We're
Thank
even.
God he doesn't have the money.
I know. It was going to be uncomfortable if he had won, right?
I don't like
if
it
I
being
had won,
in
he would
hot,
owe me
$4,000.
$4,000.
And he doesn't have it. So
Yeah.
don't bet what you ain't got.
What do you think we would have done? Because I was going to give you $400 to get the $4,000 out of him, and I know you'll do just about anything to get $400.
Hey, I'll do. There's some things I'll do for $400.
Yeah, like I would suspect that Dylan would have had a hard time pushing the buttons with those little casts on his fingers, or perhaps missing a couple of them.
This isn't a hole puncher.
But anyway, all that, we don't have to go through that uncomfortable thing now because
he was victorious, and so we're back to even Steven. And
Well,
I think
and
we'll call it a
again,
year. The rest of the way, we'll just root
the
for
kid
the
doesn't have that kind of cash. I think that maybe instead we should go for some sort of intervention and not have him betting four figures when he just doesn't have the money.
He would probably walk out there. He'd probably walk out there after his show one day, go home, and he'd find four flat tires. With a knife sticking in one of them and a message sent.
I'm cooling down on the. I'm cooling down on the Jaguars' historical struggles in Nashville, buddy. If you can't go get them this year, this would have to rank all time with the disappointment, bitter betrayal of our fans by the Jags against the Titans. Because at 7-4 with a potential game in the division for the division lead the next week.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't a 5-5 Titans team. This isn't a 6-5 Titans team.
Yeah.
It's a god awful one win. The only win they got was against Arizona because the Cardinals intercepted the ball and then fumbled it and it kicked off 8 people into the end zone and Lockett fell on it and the Titans won, or they'd have 0 wins right now.
Yeah, they're not very good.
They're fighting though. So they're dangerous. They're fighting. They're staying close. They barely lost to the Texans. It was a last-second field goal. They played the Seahawks within 6 yesterday. I know they got a couple late, but be on point.
Yes.
Right? And because I feel like it's going to be a lot like the Arizona and Las Vegas games, Dan. I just don't think we're good enough top to bottom across the board to expect to go out and beat teams like we beat the Chargers. There are some that you expect them to go on. There are certain teams that if they went and played Tennessee this week, you would just, expect it to be a. And yesterday, Seattle played like that for most of the time. They just kind of got closer at the end. But
yeah,
not a better team to continue our rise against than to just send those losers another loss, make them one in whatever they are.
Yeah.
And let their struggles. We need somebody down there in the basement the next few years as we try and build a Super Bowl winner. We've already passed the Texans. And if we're not careful, we'll just get right by the Colts if they don't watch it. But got to get a win this week. And if they do, then
real good opportunity to do
we'll
that.
go to the next one.
Got a real good opportunity.
I've heard Lincoln Riley. Somebody asked this on the text line. I think it's a fair question. I know you brought it up a couple of times as on a wish list. Is there any is this a Gator hope, or is there smoke out there? Are there reports anywhere or rumors that Lincoln Riley will be interested in the Florida job?
I would encourage you to Google Lincoln Riley buyout. And then get back to me after the Gators post the 80 or 90 million that you'd have to pay USC.
Oh, so he's out now. Okay,
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Again, unless there's some other way that they can figure out a way to do it. From what I understand, my LA people tell me that the buyout is like $90 million. So if you just Google it, it says estimated to be around $78 million, which decreases annually. Makes it unlikely for USC to fire him in the near future. If he wants to leave for another job, he would likely owe USC around $10 million. Oh, okay. Well,
now we're back.
Then we're back. Yeah.
But there's not, by all accounts, there hasn't been a lot of scuttlebutt about him leaving or them upset or him wanting to go.
Well, I think the fans are a little upset. I think they wanted more. Obviously, had 2 disappointing seasons. If he beats UCLA, he'll go 9-3, which is, that's not bad. I don't know.
Not what they expected when they hired him.
No.
He's been there for...
They gave him everything.
And he brought Caleb Williams. He has a Heisman Trophy winner, and they've not even had a good year yet. What was their best year? 10-3 maybe? They lost in the Sugar Bowl to Tulane. You expected a lot more out of Lincoln Riley when you got him. Especially he went into a Pac-12 that wasn't great. He goes on to a Big Ten that's like 2-team top-heavy at best.
Yeah.
I still don't feel like Oregon's all that great watching them. The Big Ten is harder to figure out than any of the other leagues to me. Like the ACC I know is terrible. I just don't know in the Big Ten after I get past Indiana and Ohio State. I just don't know what's what. And that includes Oregon, only because Indiana went out there and beat them, and Oregon should have lost to Penn State. Although Penn State also had Indiana on the rope, so Penn State's kind of like Florida. Even if they're bad, if you mess around, they'll get somebody.
Yeah.
They never got anyone. Florida got their annual, one fish limit under the, recent head coaches.
Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I do know if you don't get Lane Kiffin, I hope they can just immediately pivot because they've already done their interviews and due diligence and said, okay, congratulations to.
And it just, and I guess I bring it up because I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
I mean, the only guy that has been rumored to have been, on the interview list, the interview was canceled, was Sumrall. I'm sure they met with other people. I'm sure they already have.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and that's why these names crop up. I'm surprised that the big mouth agents haven't been more forthcoming with who's talked to who. And
well, some have, and, I don't know.
Who's Jed Fish's agent? Is he a Jimmy Sexton also? Is there something wrong with Sexton having like 100 coaches?
Yeah.
There is, isn't there? I mean, there'd be some sort of, hey, sorry, buddy, you got to pare it down to your 10 richest. Because he can play them off of each other. It's almost like insider trading. Like if I'm the agent for a coach and he's got, and then by the way, not only am I the agent for the coach, and then wherever he goes, I'm also going to be the agent for the coach who's going to be replacing him.
Yeah. That's
Jimmy Sexton.
Jimmy
makes some money, man.
Jimmy's
cash
money.
Jimmy's playing the game now.
Jimmy can play the game. Listen, I'm just ready for it to be over one way or the other. So let's.
Did you guys know it? What is the story about Josh Allen not shaking Calais Campbell's hand or something at the beginning? Have y'all heard anything about that? Has that been on anyone's radar?
I saw him hugging and.
Okay, after. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Somebody said that, I don't know.
I saw Josh go over to Calais' family.
Oh,
and say
well,
hello.
way wrong story.
That's his mentor.
That's what I thought. I always thought
he might have saw. I think there was one
at the
where
coin flip. Is what they were saying at the coin flip. He wouldn't shake his hand.
Before
the game. Oh, is that when it was before the game? So you don't want to be dapping it up and hugging.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They locked in.
Okay,
Whatever,
I didn't see it.
There seemed to be no. The after the game video showed nothing but love.
Last week how we had the top-rated offensive line according to Pro Football Focus. I think, and I only had one sack. I think that Josh Allen might be the highest-graded edge rusher this week. I only had the one sack, but if you at least go by these, analytic stats or whatever you call them, pressures, they said at one point yesterday, didn't they? Were you watching? Did they say he had like 8 pressures already? Did you hear that?
I heard a number, yeah.
It was a big number, though, and that was like third quarter. It was before he even had a sack. I wonder, do they?
He's going against a few times, my man.
I can't believe he's still in the league.
Kelvin Beachum.
Right. Did he not play here 20 years ago, Dan? I feel like Beachum was here with Coughlin for
2016. Beachum was here.
God, feels longer than that. Feels longer ago
and
than that.
He was only 27 when he was here. Then he did 3 years with the Jets, and he's been in Arizona since he was 31. He's now 36. He's only started 5 games this year, so he must have began the year as a backup. But 190 games guys played in. Give him credit, man. 190 games. They got some old. I mean, that franchise is a mess. That franchise is. They went into the season with high hopes.
Yeah.
And they're going to change quarterback. And no, Jacoby Brissett is not the long-term answer.
No.
Well, they talk about that like he was.
Yeah, no. I think.
By the way, Spiro Ditas and Adam Archuleta, I think we're now 8-0 with those guys in the last 8.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's get them. I know we had them last
and
week.
I think we got them in Tennessee.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I knew we had them against the Chargers because I saw them in the press box.
Okay.
But didn't actually watch that game
Yeah,
on TV.
Spiro and Adam are the Jags' good luck charms is what I'm reading. All right, we'll take a break. We'll make the turn for home when we return. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, your locally owned commercial truck headquarters and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's Rick Ballou. We got a fresh shipment of hard-to-find ProMaster vans, perfect for Section 179. My buddy Tommy and his team are committed to the community and make the process simple. Upfits, delivery, everything handled right. If you need ProMaster vans or commercial trucks for your fleet, you need Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology, reminding you to wear your sunscreen, man. That's what they want you to do, man. The Sunshine State brings some challenges out there, and if you're out there for a long time, fishing, playing golf, watching your kids play, working, man, get on a floppy hat, long sleeve dry fit with cooler temps, sunscreen if you need it. Listen,
They'll take care of you. Nobody better than Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. It's a great place I go. Shout out to Solana Road. That's where I go for all my skincare needs. I had a hydrofacial there. Terrific. Get your wife a hydrofacial. You'll be glad you did. Listen, but take care of that skin. And if something does show up, then go online at beachesdermatology.com. Find the best location to serve you logistically, and you'll be glad you did. They'll take care of all your skincare needs. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Postgame Monday on 1010XL is served by Tandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Parker Washington was magnificent in Arizona for Jacksonville. The star wideout tallied 71 yards on 5 receptions and added in a touchdown on what was a stellar performance. Parker was so hot, he made steam look cool. And he's your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through November 13th. Financing available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Looking for your new favorite hangout this football season? Try Voodoo Brewing Company in the heart of San Marco. Locally owned and community-focused, Voodoo Brewing serves up award-winning beers, scratch-made upscale pub fare, and laid-back vibes where everyone's welcome. For live music, trivia nights, and all the football action this season, make Voodoo Brewing Company Jacksonville your new favorite spot on San Marco Square.
The drip from a leaky faucet isn't just annoying, it's wasteful. Worn parts or corrosion could waste thousands of gallons a year. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining will fix it fast. When your faucet's leaking, make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
This is a fair point. You know, just color me shaded with local bias, but I've been told Myles Garrett had 3 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. He might grade higher this week than Josh Allen. That might qualify for a higher grade. So
just about anybody on Houston, by the way, they sacked Josh Allen 150 times.
That's fair too. That's fair too. I think what people are mistaken is Calais had a weird look on his face because the Jaguars took the ball. Usually do the opposite in overtime.
Remember they did that twice though. Liam Cohen likes to do that and he explained why he wants to chew up the clock, and I don't necessarily agree with it.
I hate it
because I like Arizona then knew all right, we got 4 plays to get 10
to get it
instead of 3 plays.
Correct. You hit it right there, my friend. You math major. You get to play with a 4-down limit, not a 3-down limit. And if you have the ball first, you have a 3-down limit. And buddy, when you put in those terms, if you can't get 2.5 a pop here for a drive, then so be it. Of course, the way
these Eagles push it right down the field.
Well, and the way these coaches act now, let's not kid ourselves. Just about all possessions are 4-down possessions. These guys go for it anywhere and everywhere. It's amazing. I don't like it. I still think it's a mistake. I think that the nerds have won. I think the eggheads have snowed them on these turning away from points. And I'm with you. I can appreciate he's smarter. He's the head coach. I appreciate his reasons. It's his team.
Mm-hmm.
He knows, he should have the beat on him. But this trend has been going on for a while. It started with they would go for it if they were like, at the 3-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
4th and goal from the 3. Rather than taking the easy 3, they'd go for it. Well, now it's like 4th and anywhere they go for it.
Yeah.
But I'm almost now gotten more annoyed when they'll go 4th and 2 at the 26 than when they go 4th and 1 at their own 40.
Yeah.
Because it's points. Take the points.
I like the
man.
points. Myles Garrett does have 18 sacks this year.
He's going to shatter the record.
18 sacks.
Record's 22 and a half.
Is it 22?
22 and a half, ain't it?
Is that the one where Favre laid down for Strahan?
No, didn't J.J. Watt or T.J. Watt beat that?
Oh, J.J. got it or T.J. got it?
I think T.J.
J.J. was doing the game.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see that? That was kind of cool. He said, man, I'm going to have to come back. This is unacceptable.
Because he passed him?
Catastrophic or something. Yeah, he passed. He's like,
Yeah.
man, I'm going to have to come back. I can't live with this.
18 is crazy.
In 11 games. That's pretty wild. 22 and a half held jointly by Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to shatter. What's he at, 18, you said?
18.
And there's still 6 games. This guy might get 30.
Right.
It just got the cash. I mean, he does his job. Unfortunately for Cleveland, they ain't got 21 other guys playing like that at their position.
Well, they got a win yesterday.
Man, what a against all odds, some would say. Against all odds.
Play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Hey, Mike.
Hello.
Victory Monday.
You know it. Once again, embarrassed that Tony and Dylan and I wore the same clothes.
Yeah. You guys have that down, it feels like.
We do.
That's
It's a
good.
mistake.
I like
7
that.
times.
We know that you're calling and sending selfies in the morning. And
Yep. I got this one. What are you going? Oh, that's
I'm going to go this one.
got the same one. Well,
Victory
hey, where
Monday.
those things at? There have been years in the past you wouldn't have to wash that
Brother.
during the season.
That's right. You got that right. Like last year.
Or one time.
That's correct. I would have had it.
Nah, look,
2 years in a row.
Yeah. Ooh.
just
No, there's
buckle
2
up,
ones.
man. We're in for the full Trevor experience. And that's what it is.
It's a Trevor experience,
It's what
man.
it is.
I don't
He
know
makes
what
2 or 3 mind-boggling plays, and then he played pretty well outside of that. you
Yeah.
know? But those ones result in turnovers. I believe JP Shattuck was looking at it yesterday. He thinks it's the first game he's won where he's thrown 2 picks or more.
Well, is that progress?
They won, I guess. And people, I see, on social media yesterday. I know you can't look there.
No, I can't look.
you're
What are they
blocked
saying?
out. One guy said, this is not sustainable. You're right. It's not. But they don't have to play like that every week. Just a week ago, they dominated the Chargers.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean they're going to show up and turn it over and have a -4.
Well,
turnover
in fairness, there is a positive to play that bad and still be able to win. To not be so rocked, confidence or otherwise, that you can have that one drive that you pointed out, Dan, and at the end of the game.
Oh, he threw some beautiful
I mean,
balls
some
on
people
that.
by then are, and so there's no chance they're going to drive down.
Now, that being said, I'd rather win going away.
Absolutely. Wouldn't
but
we all?
I'd rather win than any manner of losing. Play great and lose doesn't do you any good.
Well, you got a lot to break down.
You know we do.
And I know you're looking forward to a Jaguars today coming up momentarily. Jeff, our work is done.
It is. It's been a Next Gen Roofing Monday. Man, we're raising the roof more often than not over the course of this football season. And, man, you can raise your expectations. You're going to get the absolute best in service and satisfaction when it comes time for any roofing to be done. They're your guys. They're your local team. They're committed to the local community. It's Next Gen Roofing and nextgenroofing.com.
Time to swerve.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.